Getting harder way, Southerntea. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. We here with a little informational tea. We here to have us a boxing conversation. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. First things first, let me say what's up to the people in the building. Opulent LDTV, what's good, pimping? Appreciate you sliding through this junk. I'm glad you could make it. Phil J, what's good, Phil J? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. And just so y'all know, man, join the winning team. Visit twt.com and click the join icon at the top of the website. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. And also, y'all, if y'all haven't, make sure y'all subscribe to Brother G5 Gabe. Brother G5 Gabe is on his quest, you know what I mean, to 1,000. I think Brother Gabe need about 250 more subs, you know what I mean, until he get to 1,000. So y'all help your boy G5 reach his 1,000 subs. Y'all make sure if y'all ain't subscribed, y'all go on over there and y'all subscribe. About to drop the link in the chat. Everybody in here that ain't subscribed to G5 Gate, y'all click that link, subscribe to the G5 Gate. What's good, D Free? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you could make it. TWT in the building. Shout out my guy Big Titch. What's good, Pam? Appreciate you sliding through. TWT in the building. Mad Chad, what's good, Pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Mad Chad. Glad you can make it, Pimp. Shout out my guy, Mad Chad. And again, y'all do your boy a favor. If y'all haven't subscribed to my brother G5 Gabe, TWT, make sure y'all click this link. It'll take you straight to G5 Gabe page. Y'all hit that subscription button. Help my brother reach, monetization, reach his 1K. You know what I mean? But now that we got the hard part out the way, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning to everybody. God bless everybody. Feeling pretty good this morning. Glad you can make it. I don't care, T.O. I don't care. Glad y'all can make it, though. So we heard this morning, we about to have a boxing conversation, man. A couple things I want to talk about this morning. We going to come back a little later on. You know what I mean? Have another conversation. College basketball start this morning. But I'm going to start this morning off. You know what I mean? With boxing, a couple things I want to talk about, that happened over the weekend. Starting with, the weekend fights. You know what I mean? We had Bivol and Zerto face off. We also had Yerbossynuly and David Morrell Jr. face off, right? And I want to pose a question to y'all, see how y'all feel about it. You know what I mean? Do y'all believe that Dimitri Bivol is the fighter of the year? Me personally, right? I personally believe that he is the fighter of the year. If not the fighter of the year, I believe he is, number 2, number 3 type deal, right? When it comes to fighter of the year. So that's right, man, Chad. Don't nobody care what that man talking about. You know what I mean? People just be up, they be trying to throw you off. They be trying to throw you off your rocker early. You know what I mean? But we're gonna make it do what it do. So the first thing I want to say, how I want to start the show is I want to send my prayers out. To Adios Yerbossynuly. Adios Yerbossynuly was put in a hospital-induced coma, right? After his fight with David Morrell Jr., he was put in a hospital-induced coma, right? And it's been reported, people being told that he isn't doing, too well, right? It's never too well when you're in a hospital-induced coma, right? But the good news is that, right, there is a chance that he could, right? There is a chance that he could, come to type deal. They chose to put him in it. What's good, Karma? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it. I'm going to drop the flames for Karma just because she one of the most beautiful people that I ever seen. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Miss Karma. Glad you could make it. We having us a boxing conversation, but yeah, the first thing I wanted to do was send my prayers out to Adios Yerbossynuly. Adios Yerbossynuly is still, he hasn't fully recovered from the fight with David Morrell Jr. Reports are that he's still, in a medically induced coma. So my prayers goes out to him and his family. You know what I mean? You never want to see this sport of boxing. No, it's a real sport. It's a gladiator sport. It's a sport that we love, right? It's it's beautiful madness, it's beautiful chaos, it's tamed, it's tamed madness, you know what I mean? It's beauty in the sport, but it's also, a vicious sport. It's a brutal sport, or you know what I mean, comeback sports. We see these fighters go in there, they put on shows for our entertainment, and sometimes we forget that it is just that it is just entertainment. These are real people. What's good, Ray? Appreciate you sliding through. That these are real people, you know what I mean, with real families, with real people to take care of, you know what I mean? And you never want to see a fighter, get hurt or possibly lose their life in the ring, especially this year where we've had like a couple people lose their life in the ring, right? I think we had like 2 people lose their life in the ring. One person lose their life in sparring, right? We had Patrick Day lose his life about a year or so ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, did Patrick Day. So it's like a seemingly increasing number, right, of sports injuries, sports deaths, sports boxing injuries, boxing deaths, actually, right? So we hope that this situation is not one of those situations where your boss Yerbossynuly is wouldn't be able to pull through, right? So prayers goes out to Adios Yerbossynuly. Good win for David Morrell Jr. But at the end of the day, this is just a sport, and we don't want to see anybody seriously hurt or possibly lose their life, in the ring. So I want to say that first, just give y'all a little update on that. If you knew it, if you didn't know, Yerbossynuly. Hopefully he wakes up this morning, right? Hopefully I can come back later on and be able to tell y'all, hey, they reported that he woke up and everything gonna be okay. Y'all do your boy a favor. I got 11 people in the building. I got 8 likes. Can I get everybody in here to jab that like button for your boy? We'll greatly appreciate you. We'll greatly appreciate you. Try to keep, the likes up with the views. Glad y'all good folks could make it. But yeah, Adios Yerbossynuly is still in a medically induced coma from the fight with David Morrell Jr. over the weekend, right? So speaking of the fight with David Morrell Jr. over the weekend, he called out David Benavidez before the fight. He called out David Benavidez after the fight. So it's looking like, right now, David Morrell Jr. and his team sights are set on David Benavidez, which is going to segue me right into, the second part of my show, right? We got Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. Yeah. Shout out my guy 1-2 Pivot, man. Shout out my guy 1-2 Pivot. Yes. Prayers to Yerbossynuly. My guy Roger. Appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could do your boy a favor, y'all jab that like button for your boy when you roll on in. And if y'all haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe, make sure y'all click this link right here and y'all subscribe to G5 Gabe. Help my brother get, past his 1K mark. My brother's on his road to monetization. He need about 250 people. So if y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all subscribe to G5 Gabe. Also, if you're interested in joining, the team, the TWT family, the website is t-w-t.com. You know what I mean? You go to the website, you click that join button, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know from there. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. And if you haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe, make sure you click that link. It'll take you straight to G5 Gabe TWT page and subscribe to my brother channel. Help him get to 1,000. Greatly appreciate you. I'm putting Karma back up here because she dropped dead gorgeous. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, Roger, he said they should have stopped it after the 10th, man. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough, man. I think, yeah, you're right though. But by the 10th round, right, we had saw that David Morrell Jr. was going to win, right? We saw him in full control. You know what I mean? Really wasn't much of a chance at that point. It was just him in there, you know what I mean, taking damage. His punches wasn't really. No, his punches weren't really, affecting David Morrell Jr. to where, you thought he really had a reasonable chance to win that fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree the fight should have been stopped a little earlier. It's always easier, for us to, to say this in hindsight, right? It's always easier for us to see it. But like this, my opinion,
after, looking in on it, I do feel like they should have stopped that fight a little earlier, given the fact that he probably wasn't going to win. You know what I mean? Anyway, type deal. Is if they stopped it in round 10, people would have called it an early stoppage. Yeah, 1-2. That's what I'm saying, 1-2. Like in hindsight, right? It's easy for us to kind of say that, right? And then, especially when he in his coma right now, I would have liked for it to be stopped earlier. You know what I mean? Uh it's tough, man, especially when it's a gladiator sport. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like, it's a beautiful sport, but it's a violent sport as well. Like, we've seen guys, get beat up the whole fight and then come back and win, right? So you got that aspect in it, of it. And then we've seen guys, get beat up, get seriously hurt, and then not come back, right? Or see guys get beat up, get hurt, and have to miss a certain amount of time, right? So it's a fine line in between. It's a fine line with the right thing to do, right, and giving your fighter leaving your fighter in the game for a chance to win the fight. It's hard being, a trainer, a coach. You know what I mean? It's not an easy job. I hope Yerbossynuly, I hope the coach is right, and Yerbossynuly doesn't have to learn this lesson the hard way, right? I hope everything works out for him, type deal. Just sad, sad kind of ordeal, right? Sad ordeal. When it come to kind of put a little damper on the exciting, fight that it was. Y'all do your boy a favor. I got 14 people in the building. Can I get all 14 of y'all to smash that like button for your boy? Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I would greatly appreciate it if everybody in the building could smash that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate. I got to talk to Fad too to see who the hell that was. They joined TWT. We got a new TWT member. I wish I could give him a shout out, personally, but his name is past me. Fad told me not too long ago, but I gotta check that out. And make sure y'all check out the TWT website as well, so you can check out the family website, see what they got going. Everybody has the website. Everybody has their own personal website. On the family website, you just go to the name, you click your favorite YouTube content creators, it takes you straight to that page. You know what I mean? Roger said the 10th round was when Morrell was beating him in the corner. The man was reduced to holding. Yeah. Yep. He said he might not have a career after this. Roger, yeah, I mean, most definitely, like, we go. It's tough, man. I want to see him pull through first, right? First things first, man. I want to see him pull through. You know what I mean? I think after we see him, come to, after we see him pull through, shit, we could start thinking about, his future fighting career, right? It looks terrible right now. It looks terrible, you know what I mean, right now, right? So I just hope, everything works itself out, you know what I mean, with that. 1-2 Peavy said it was just an unfortunate situation. I seen fighters take worse beating and not get put in a coma, right? Boxing just a dangerous sport, and these things can happen. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it too. Like I was, it's a fine line because we've seen guys, get beat up, right, and then come back and win fights. You know what I mean? We've seen guys, get beat up, come back and knock a guy out, right? So there is that fine line where you kind of want to wait to see if your fighter can do that, and it's also a fine line between protecting your fighter, which is why being a manager or a boxing coach is so hard. It's more than just what meets the eye type deal. Y'all do you both favor, y'all jab that like, but does it really matter? Said the way he was holding, the ref should have stopped it. Yeah. I agree. I'm agreeing with y'all, right? I'm agreeing with y'all. I probably would have stopped the fight, right? Especially looking at it in hindsight, I probably would have stopped the fight as well, right? After a while, after like 7 rounds, it was apparent, right, that David Morrell was just, the better fighter. And for him to, I don't think I right, personally, if I was referee, I wouldn't have really needed to see him get beat on like that. You know what I mean? To know that he had no chance of winning that fight, especially in that 10th round, when it really got bad, I probably would have ended it then. Or you know what I mean? Because he could barely move. It was like a combination of him getting beat up, him being tired, and just the wear and tear of David Morrell. Man, you know what I mean? What's good, Skywalker? TWT in the building. Y'all do your boy a favor. I got 17 people in the building. I need all 17 of y'all, right? To smash that like button for your boy. And if you a hater in here this morning, you don't got to smash the like button. But the fact that you sitting here watching me, that helps me out as well. That helps me out greatly, actually. So I greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Tim, TWT in the building. Yes, sir. Prayers up for Adios Yerbossynuly, Tim. Shout out to my guy Tim. And again, I'm putting Karma back up there because I know most of y'all people hate it, and because she look better than everybody in the chat right now. So I greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. If y'all could jab that like button for your boy. 17 people in the building. I got 11 likes. Y'all get your boy right. Let YouTube know that we up. Let YouTube know that we over here. Let YouTube know that we doing a good job. Let YouTube know that we doing that we having this good cook. 18 people in the building now. Y'all match the likes with the watchers, with the viewers. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, man. Sad, unfortunate situation what happened with Yerbossynuly. Sad situation what happened with Yerbossynuly. Roger said, bro, did you see how he was blinking constantly? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, Roger. It looked bad. It looked bad, especially right now, right? It looked bad, especially in hindsight. It looked real bad. Yeah, Fast Guy Walker, wake and bake. I ain't got out the bed. I ain't got out the bed just yet, but yeah, you know what's going on. GGS said that fight should have been stopped. Yeah, fast GGS. Shout out to my guy GGS. GGS, can you do your boy a favor? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel when you roll on that. I don't know if it's your first time, GGS, but if you could not make it your last time, Brody, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you sliding through. What's good, Teddy? He said salute T. That's crazy. I didn't even see the fight. Yeah, David Morrell Jr. Yeah, David Morrell Jr.'s opponent was to put in a medically induced coma. He came into the hospital in pretty bad shape. So the doctors, decided. Appreciate you, GGS. Shout out to my guy GGS. So the doctors decided, to medically, induce him into a coma, which is never, good. We just hope that it don't get too bad. I just want to do my part, come out here, and put that out there in case, you haven't seen it, type deal. But yeah, Yerbossynuly. What's good, Kurt Raines? Yerbossynuly is not doing too well since that fight from David Morrell Jr. And we hope that everything is all good with brother Yerbossynuly. He did Bivol fought a heavyweight yesterday. Saturday. Yeah, we go get into it. We go get into it. We go get into that thing. He said the fight was brutal. Morrell Jr. was landing heavy on him. Yeah, facts. It got kind of difficult, you know what I mean, to watch. I personally, right, and again, it's easier for me to say in hindsight. It's easy for me to sit here, right, and say now, right, y'all would have stopped the fight, type deal. But it's situation for situation. I just personally feel like that situation was over. You know what I mean? I feel like, he wouldn't have been able to come back from that. You know what I mean? He might have been down every round, you know what I mean? But especially the 10th round, you know what I mean? It got kind of tough in there, you know what I mean? So we just we just hope Yerbossynuly, hope everything work itself out. I hate for David Morrell to have to walk around, you know what I mean, with that on his conscience. We never know how that could affect David Morrell Jr., right? Not just Yerbossynuly and his family, his people, which is going to affect them hugely and greatly mentally, right? But it also could affect David Morrell Jr. and his psyche, right? These are they're boxers, right? But they're still human beings. They're still men. And shout out to David Morrell Jr., right? Because he helped that man up, right? He helped him off the ground when he stumbled over. David Morrell Jr. was one of the people, you know what I mean, who caught him, helped him to his seat. You know what I mean? So shout out to David Morrell Jr., being classy individual, having sportsmanship as well. And I hope everything work out for Yerbossynuly. Man, I got 18 people in the building. I got 16 likes now. Can y'all do your boy a favor? Can y'all smash that thumbs up? Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, whether it's your first time, if you could, not make it your last time, greatly appreciate you. If you could jab that like button, y'all help your boy have his watchers match the thumbs up. 18 watchers, 16 thumbs up. If you're in here and you haven't, y'all smash that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we cooking. let YouTube know that we over here doing that thing on this good Monday morning. Greatly appreciate you. GGS said word. I agree. Shout out my guy GGS. Roger said Morrell is so dangerous and young. He's going to be a problem. Yeah, facts. We go segue that. Right? He said the only time I think it was fair for a rep to stop it after the first knockdown in round 12. Any earlier, and the same people saying he should have stopped it earlier would have called it an early stoppage. Also, weren't the doctors checking in on him between the rounds? Yep, the doctors was checking on him between the rounds. There's really right who is on to call a stop to the fight. It's the doctors, right? A lot of people blame the corners and whatnot, but you know what I mean. It's a combination. It's the doctors. The doctors and the corners are there to protect the fighters and save the fighters from themselves. Most fighters are going to tell you they want to keep fighting, and just about all fighters put it in a situation they are going to keep fighting. You know what I mean? So it's up to the doctors and the corners, to help the corners protect themselves. And again, it's right. It's easy for us to say in hindsight, you should have stopped it. You should have stopped it, right? I think I would have stopped it, right? But that's easy for me to say in hindsight. You know what I mean? I just hope everything is okay with Yerbossynuly. I'm not putting the blame on nobody. You know what I mean? That it don't belong on. You got to put a little blame on the corner. You got to put a little blame on the referee. You know what I mean? But even before I start to do that, man, I want to make sure that Yerbossynuly is okay. You know what I mean? I got 19 people in the building. Can I get everybody in the building that hasn't smashed the like button to smash the like button? Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. Whether you just stopping in, sliding through, whether you're a supporter or you a hater just being nosy. We greatly appreciate. Smash the like button. And if you're a hater, you already been through here. So I already got the view. You and I already helped the algo. You might as well smash that like button for your boy and finish the job. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, the doctors was checking in on him, and it would have been up to the doctors. The doctors would have been the one, to make that call. I felt like the doctors should have been the one, to make that call. You know what I mean? He said, 1-2 said, okay, I got that. GGS said the fight was over. He shouldn't have taken all that punishment. Yeah, yep, I agree. He said, yeah, pride kills, man. It's an awful situation. Skywalker Boxing said after Morrell helped him to his stool, he was able to get up and walk out the ring. They didn't find the bleed to after the fight, and they medically induced the coma. Yep, facts. Yep, facts, buddy, facts. But the bleeding came right from the constant, trauma. The bleeding came from the constant trauma, right? Maybe, right? Maybe, because we don't know, right? But maybe, yeah, not looking good, Skywalker. I know that's why I'm trying to be. I really ain't trying to, put everybody up in arms. You know what I mean? That's why I keep saying I just hope he, I hope everything work out for him. I hope he pull through. I hope that wasn't that man's last, boxing match. Because this is, at the end of the day, this is just boxing. This is just a boxing match. And these are real human beings. These are real individuals, with real families, real problems, And that man has, that man has, people to take care of. Right. So I hope everything work out. I hope everything work out for him. And he can recover from this. He can get back, to doing what he loved to do. You know what I mean? He said could be the weight cut also. A lot of dudes cut too much weight. It was the bleeding. He was bleeding in the brain, if I ain't mistaken, GGS. Like he got blood on his brain, his skull bleeding or something like that. That was saying, you know what I mean? So he got serious head trauma. He got some serious head trauma, going on right now, GGS type deal. Some serious head trauma. But we go segue that. We go segue that into this Caleb Plant and David Benavidez conversation, y'all. Again, like I was saying, after David Morrell beat Yerbossynuly, right? Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. 15 people in the building, 18 likes. Do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy. After his win over Yerbossynuly, right? David Morrell Jr. called out David Benavidez. He called out David Benavidez before the fight. He called out David Benavidez after the fight. You know what I mean? It's kind of looking like it's a fight that the people would want to see, especially, you know what I mean, after this performance by David Morrell Jr. In his last performance. But before we could get to David Morrell Jr. and David Benavidez, right, we got to talk about the fight that's being reported as signed, sealed, and delivered. You know what I mean? The fight that we've been asking for, right, for about maybe 2 years. You know what I mean? At this point, they've been at it a little longer than 2 years, right? But this fight has been a big thing. This fight has been heavy. You know what I mean? Heavy for about 2 years. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez is finally looking like that it's about to go down. Y'all do your boy a favor. Even if y'all don't like me, right? Y'all don't like my show. Y'all see that beautiful lady down there, Coma Serene. Y'all jab that like button for that beautiful lady up there, Coma Serene. If y'all don't want to do it for me, y'all jab it for her. Greatly appreciate you. If this is your first time, if you could not make it your last time, we greatly appreciate everybody coming in this thing, hitting that thumbs up, letting YouTube know we're live. Whether you go be here for a good time or a long time, we greatly appreciate it. If you could let YouTube know that we live by smashing that like button. 19 people in the building, 19 likes. I didn't have more than 19 of y'all come through. Y'all help your boy keep the views up with the likes. Greatly appreciate if you could smash that like button. And also, if you're in the building right now and you haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe, make sure you click that link and y'all subscribe to my brother G5 Gabe. My brother G5 Gabe is on his road to 1,000 subscribers. I need everybody in here that haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe. Click that link down there. Click that link. Subscribe to G5 Gabe. Help my brother get past 1K subs. He need about 250 more subs until he reach his goal of 1K. So right now, one of my prime goals, one of my prime focuses is helping my brother grow. You know what I mean? Help my brother get to where, you know, my brother needs to be. So y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button. And also, y'all hit that subscription button down there. And y'all subscribe to G5 Gabe as well. You know what I mean? My guy, 1-2 pivot. Okay, wait, let me read y'all comments about Benavidez and Caleb Plant real quick. He said Morrell's a Cuban monster and going after that Mexican monster y'all got. He said, I honestly believe Benavidez is the worst style matchup for Plant. My guy GGS said Plant can box his ass off. I thought he did well against Canelo. I did too, GGS. Roger said Plant is going to step to Benavidez. 1-2 PV said, remember T, I was saying even before Plant Canelo, I thought Canelo was a better fight for him than Canelo. Plant couldn't even deal with the pace Canelo fights at, which is steady. 1-2 pivot, the counter pace Benavidez fights at, Plant will gas late and get stopped. You know what I mean? So we finally got to the good part. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button. We finally got to the good part. We've been at this Plant and David Benavidez thing for a second. Me and my brother 1-2 pivot, like he just said, we have been talking about this shit for years. A good 2-3 years. You know what I mean? But it's finally looking like that is upon us. 21 people in the building. I need everybody in the building to smash that like button. If y'all ain't smashed that like button, greatly appreciate if you would. You know, it's finally looking like this fight is upon us. Caleb Plant tweeted it directly, you know what I mean, from his Twitter page, which is what sent us all in a frenzy. And, we, you know, I'm pretty sure if he's saying it right, then there got to be some type of merit, some type of validation to it for it. You know what I mean? And this fight is scheduled to be had around January of next year. David Benavidez was supposed to fight Jose Ustadegi this month. He was supposed to fight Jose Ustadegi this month, but Jose Ustadegi popped dirty. And I know what y'all thinking right now. Jose Ustadegi already popped dirty. Jose Ustadegi popped dirty again for the second fight with David Morrell Jr. Like, they was supposed to fight early in January. Ustadegi popped dirty. They brought him back to fight in November. Ustadegi popped dirty. So in my mind, Ustadegi just don't want to fight, David Benavidez, and that was just his way of getting out of the fight. You know what I mean? If I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, right? But I digress. But in hindsight, we got an even better fight out of Plant versus David Benavidez. Now, everybody has had an opinion on this fight. I got my opinions. You got your opinion. You know what I mean? All in all, a fight like this being made where, you know, it's real beef, where they got real problems with one another, right? Where it's a history behind it, where these two guys really don't like each other, right? They even got an incident, right, where Caleb Plant, Benavidez used to train at the same gym. you know what I mean, in California. But they had an incident at the gym where it was a gym fight, you know what I mean, broke out between Jose Benavidez, David Rayo in the camp, and Caleb Plant in his camp. So it's a real history right here. It's a real history right here, right? So it's a real history right here. So I think when people have real history, real smoke, that makes for the best fights. So I'm expecting this Caleb Plant, and I'm expecting this David Benavidez fight to be a banger. What's good, Shay Garrett? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, War Eagle. Glad you could make it. I love seeing the beautiful queens in this thing. I love seeing the beautiful queens in this thing. I always make my heart glow. You know what I mean? Shout out to my girl, Shay Girl, even though she's the War Eagle. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Shay Girl. We're in there having a boxing conversation. Shay Girl said, morning. This will be a great fight. Hell yeah. Plant versus David Benavidez. And I think, right, David Benavidez, right, he may not necessarily be in his prime, right? But I think physically wise, he's still in his prime. Mentally, he may not be in his prime, right? He still may have more years left to grow, more things to learn type deal, right? But physically, he's the young prospect monster, you know what I mean? In his physical prime, he looks unstoppable right now, right? Been looking unstoppable for a few years. Is David Benavidez. You got Caleb Plant, right? Another guy who is in his prime. I think Caleb Plant is in his prime physically, and he's in his prime mentally right now. I think this is the best Caleb Plant, you know what I mean, that we go see back, and now I go ahead and tell you, like, a couple of years ago, I thought that Caleb Plant, beats David Benavidez type deal. Now, you know what I mean? I still think Plant beats David Benavidez. I think Plant beats him even more than I did, a few years ago. Because here's the thing. Although David Benavidez is younger, right? I feel like from 2 years ago with where they was at to where they at now, if you look at the fighter who has, shown improvement, if you look at the fighter who has shown progression, right? You look at the fighter who has gotten better, over the course of his fights, it would be, Caleb Plant. I saw my guy 1-2 Pivot mention, Canelo Alvarez's work rate and David Benavidez's work rate. You know what I mean? I don't even have to go to that, and I don't necessarily use Canelo, right? I use the common opponent. So I'm gonna take the common opponent and Anthony Durrell. I saw Anthony Durrell fight David Benavidez, and I saw Caleb Plant fight David Benavidez, right? I also saw Caleb Plant fight Anthony Durrell, and I saw him fight Canelo Alvarez in two different styles. You know what I mean? Which is what I was hitting at, that improvement. I got 20 people in the building. I got 22 likes. Can I get everybody in the building that didn't smash that like button to smash the like button for your boy? Greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through this junk. So I go straight from the fight. I go straight from the fight that they, with the common opponent that they share, Anthony Durrell and Caleb Plant, and Anthony Durrell and David Benavidez. If you look at Durrell versus Benavidez, you will see that Durrell was actually outboxing David Benavidez in that fight for all his work rate, right? All the work rate that he got. The work rate did absolutely nothing for him versus Anthony Durrell, right? Anthony Durrell is more of the level of a Caleb Plant rather than David Lemieux. David Lemieux, I believe, right, is the worst fighter of all of these fighters that we've named right now. He's actually also the only fighter who's not naturally a 168 pounder. Caleb Plant is naturally a 168 pounder. Dave Morrell Jr., right? Dave Benavidez, you check his resume, he's never fought a natural 168 pounder. Not one. He has yet to fight a guy who is naturally a 168, who started at 168. You know what I mean? Now, you could say Anthony Durrell, right, which would be his best name, but that's the name that I'm talking about right now with Caleb Plant, right? So I saw Anthony Durrell fight David Benavidez, and I saw Anthony Durrell fight Caleb Plant. I had Anthony Durrell beating David Benavidez at the time of the stoppage, right? Notice the words that I'm using. Stoppage. I had Anthony Durrell, outboxing David Benavidez pretty easily up until, he got stopped. I saw Caleb Plant fight Anthony Durrell, and I saw Caleb Plant beating Durrell, outboxing Durrell up until he got stopped, right? So I saw Anthony Durrell fight David Benavidez, and Anthony Durrell was winning until Durrell got stopped. I saw Caleb Plant fighting Anthony Durrell, and Caleb Plant was beating up Anthony Durrell until Anthony Durrell got stopped, right? So let's take both stoppages. I want to look at both stoppages, right? Let's look at both stoppages. Now, right, when you go into this fight, right? When you go into this fight, most people are going to tell you that David Benavidez is the harder puncher. David Benavidez is the power. David Benavidez is the guy that you need to be scared of, right? That's what they're going to tell you. What's good, dead gang? Appreciate you sliding through this, John. They're going to tell you that David Benavidez is the guy that you need to be scared of with the power and all this shit, right? Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. I got 20 people in the building. I got 24 likes. If I can get everybody in here to get your boy right, smash that thumbs up. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, would greatly appreciate it if you could. Whether you just sliding through, passing through, whether you're a supporter, whether you're a hater or not, do your boy a favor. Jab that like button. And if you don't want to do it for me, if you don't like me, y'all see that pretty lady up there named Coma Serene, y'all smash that like button for her. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. But let's just look at the way that the fight ended, right? Let's take the TKO stoppage versus the knockout stoppage. They will tell you that David Benavidez is the guy with the power advantage in this fight, right? But what Southerntea will tell you is that power is speed. David Benavidez is not a guy who's out here knocking guys out. He's not a KO artist. He's a guy who hits you and he overwhelms you, right? He's not overly power puncher that people will lead you to believe, right? Which is why that he couldn't knock Anthony Durrell out. He couldn't knock him down. He couldn't even stun Anthony Durrell. You get what I'm saying? He didn't knock Karan Davis out. He didn't knock him down. You know what I mean? He didn't even stun Karan Davis. Now, David Lemieux came up from 160 pounds. He did stop him. He did knock him down. He did stun him, right? But that fight was a TKO stoppage as well. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. Or he knocked him down and then he got up and then he jumped on him. I think that's how that fight ended. You know what I mean? So although people would tell you that David Benavidez is the is the power puncher, the guy you need to be scared of in this fight, when you really look at it, me personally, I feel like Caleb Plant and David Benavidez's power is a lot closer than people want to give Caleb Plant credit for. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot closer. Now the ref, 1-2 pivot. 1-2 pivot. Can the ref end the fight if you knock the guy out? Can I stop a fight? Okay, watch this. Could the ref have not ended Andre Durrell versus Caleb Plant? We'll stay on subject. My guy 1-2 said, bro, the ref let those fights go on. Cool. Let's say that you're right. So could the ref have chose to let Anthony Durrell versus Caleb Plant go on? Or did Caleb Plant finish the job? It's the difference. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about two different things. One person got a TKO. One person got a TKO against Anthony Durrell. The other person got a knockout. You could say that the referee let those fights go on, but what I'm talking, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Not giving the referee a choice. David Benavidez is not one of those guys who doesn't get a referee a choice. He's one of those guys that has to hit you, overwhelm you, and get the TKO stoppage, right? Same common opponent. Right now, I know people go tell you, right? People want to be scared of David Benavidez's power, just like people were scared of Zurdo Ramirez's power. You know what I mean? The fight is going to look like Bivol versus Ramirez, in my mind. You get what I'm saying? In my mind, David Benavidez has yet to fight a guy as good as Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant has fought people as good or better than David Benavidez. Everybody was telling me before this last fight that Zurdo Ramirez will beat up Canelo. That Zurdo Ramirez that I saw just fight, Canelo will fuck that dude up. Just like everybody telling me that David Benavidez will beat Canelo. With that, we don't know. Those are opinions. That is what you think. That's what you think. But what I'm going by is what they actually happened, what actually went on in the ring, what actually transpired in the ring. David Benavidez has yet to fight a level of a fighter as Caleb Plant. David Benavidez actually hasn't even fought a fighter half as good as Caleb Plant just yet. Benavidez hasn't even fought a fighter naturally at 168 yet. So his only chance really to win this fight against Caleb Plant is to knock him out. And I don't see David Benavidez being able to hit Caleb Plant and Caleb Plant going to sleep because David Benavidez just doesn't have that kind of power. He's just not that kind of puncher. You know what I mean? He's not. We saw that versus Anthony Durrell because they want to tell you that Benavidez is the one with the power, but Caleb Plant put that man to bed. David Benavidez got a TKO, a cut. And if you look at the style of the fight, and if you look at And if you look at the style of the fight, right? Like fight, not what I think gonna happen, not me projecting nothing, right? What actually happened in both fights. Anthony Durrell was beating David Benavidez, and Caleb Plant was beating Anthony Durrell the whole time. So it's been proven, right? What actually happened, not what I think, not me projecting, right? Not me being a fortune teller, right? Caleb Plant is a much better boxer than Anthony Durrell. He's proven it, right? He's a much better boxer than Anthony Durrell. He's proven it. Caleb Plant has much better punch placement than David Benavidez. Yes, David Benavidez has a whole lot of work rate, right? But how accurate is David Benavidez? David Benavidez likes to throw 5 and 6 punch combinations. Are you really going to do that against Caleb Plant, who we see improving, who we see with the better inside game than he used to have, who we see catching and shooting, firing back, who we see with the good body work, head up and down? Do you really want to open yourself up to throw out of those punches against Caleb Plant? Because people will tell you, oh, he throw a lot of punches, his work rate. That means you leave yourself open. David Benavidez has been dropped before by a jab, right? By a lesser puncher, than, Caleb Plant. He throws a lot of punches, right? And he's not very accurate, like, not my opinion. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now as I talk to y'all, by the way. He's not very accurate. He's not a very accurate puncher. David Benavidez. He's kind of a guy where he goes out there with a canvas, right? And he just start painting that motherfucker. He don't really have a plan. He go out there and he start painting. You're not going to be able to do that against a guy like Caleb Plant. You're not going to be able to do that against a guy like Canelo Alvarez. You're not going to be able to do that against higher level competition. Now, Anthony Durrell, literally, common opponent. I'm like strictly what happened, like not what I think gonna happen. Not me thinking Caleb Plant go knock out Benavidez, not me thinking, Caleb Plant go gas, not me thinking, he go outbox him. Common opponent. What actually happened in the ring? I saw both these guys fight Anthony Durrell. I saw one guy struggle with Anthony Durrell and get a doctor stoppage, right? Something that actually happened, right? I saw one guy struggle with Durrell and get a doctor stoppage. I saw another guy outbox Durrell and knock him out. You know what I mean? But we here now. We almost done talking about it. We almost done talking about it. You know what I mean? We almost done talking about it. And that's the beauty of boxing. And that's the beauty of getting boxers in the ring who actually want to fight each other. You know what I mean? So we don't have to sit back here and go back and forth, you know what I mean, on that type of deal. Because we soon shall see. You know what I mean? We soon shall see. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. All those Caleb Plant was ducking. And David Benavidez is the boogie monster and all that shit. I mean, we about to get an answer to that. My thing is, right? If David Benavidez lose to Caleb Plant, my thing is, if David Benavidez, lose to Caleb Plant, will he be able to recover, right? Caleb Plant was undefeated. He lost to Canelo. People thought they had the game plan for him. You go out there, you get on the Caleb Plant skin, you rough him up, he'll fall, right? And the Durrell tried that, didn't work. My thing is, if David Benavidez, after being the Mexican monster, after being this big scary machine, this big, red machine, right? If he loses to Caleb Plant, where does David Benavidez go from there? Because if you lose to Caleb Plant, right, most people in here don't think Caleb Plant pretty good, right? Most people don't think Caleb Plant that good. So if you can't, essentially, right, if you can't beat Caleb Plant, you can't beat anybody in that division. You know what I mean? So the pressure really ain't on Caleb Plant in this situation. The pressure's on David Benavidez to perform, to improve. Caleb Plant already has a loss. But if you lose to Caleb Plant, where do you go from here? If you lose to Caleb Plant, you know what I mean? So I hope that everything David Benavidez in this count has been saying, right? I hope that, David Benavidez fans, the beliefs in him, I hope that is all real, because he gonna have to reach down in his bag like he never reached down in his bag before. You know what I mean? He gonna have to reach down in his bag like he never reached down in his bag before. Because if you let the masses tell you, none of Caleb Plant don't beat any of those guys. Caleb Plant can't beat Canelo. Caleb Plant can't beat David, right? So if you can't beat Caleb Plant, essentially, he probably would never be a champion in that division. You know what I mean? But I digress, man. I digress. I want to talk about, and then this is an open boxing conversation. What's good, Edgar Chavez? Appreciate you sliding through this, young Edgar. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, we'll greatly appreciate everybody if they could jab that like button. Also, if you haven't checked out the website, make sure y'all go to t-w-t.com. Check out the TWT website. All the dope content creators, you know what I mean? If you want to find a bunch of dope YouTube channels, to watch, to pay attention to all in one place, go to TWT.com. You will find a great group, individuals doing their thing daily. Also, if you want to join the family, you go to TWT.com. You hit that join icon at the top of the screen, and it will tell you everything that you need to know. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. If y'all could, smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. But when this thing having the boxing conversation, Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin has been penciled in for December 17th. This is not a drill. This is no fab. All facts, no fabrication. December 17th, we got Michelle Rivera versus Frank Martin. And on the surface, right, that's a great fight. But what I want to do real quick, what I want to do right now is I want to unravel some shit real quick. So let's unravel this, right? Michelle Rivera, right, was number 1 in the WBA. Right. He had been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? He had been calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for a while. Gervonta Tank Davis was the WBA mandatory. He is the WBA mandatory for Devin Haney, right? Michelle Rivera was ranked after Tank Davis in the WBA, right? So in my mind, I'm expecting Rivera, maybe versus Tank Davis, right? But now the rumor is that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis are trying to make a fight. I hate even bringing this bullshit up, you know what I mean? Because when it comes to Ryan and Tank, you know what I mean? I'm getting the Earl and Bud, you know what I mean, feel from that fight. But with Ryan and Tank, I think both of them are in cahoots with that fight never fucking happening and just them promoting it and pushing that fight forever. I really don't feel like those guys are ever going to fight each other. I feel like both of those guys are Hollywood figures. I feel like both of those guys are prima donna type guys. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised that Tank didn't fight Rivera. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised, Ryan didn't fight Martin or Rivera, or Tank didn't fight Martin or Rivera or nothing like that. But I am a little disappointed. You know what I mean? But we get a great fight out of it. Right? Rivera and Martin. The thing that I'm mad about is, right, they mandated Ryan and Tank for the WBA, right, when Ryan Garcia, hasn't fought a soul, not even fighting at 135 pounds, right, because his last fight was at 140. He said he was never coming back, right? So how you mandate him for 135 title fucking blows my mind, right? But I digress. So some kind of way they done made Tank versus Ryan the mandatory fight for Devin Haney's belt, right? You know what I mean? But you know what I think? You know what I'm thinking? We know Ryan Garcia ain't gonna fight nobody because he never has, right? Tank Davis said he don't care about them fucking belts. You know what I mean? Tank Davis don't care about them fucking belts, right? So why would you Ryan beat Luke Campbell? He said, well, Tank versus Ryan Garcia sells more, and that's cool. I feel you. Let them do their thing. But why would you mandate that fight for the WBA title when neither one of them has shown interest in becoming a champion? Neither one of those guys has shown interest in fighting Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia literally told Devin Haney, I'm gonna fight you every fight up until Devin Haney just stop asking him. You know what I mean? Tank Davis and Ryan and David Hayden go back and forth all the time. You know what I mean? But all Tank got to do is push his WBA mandatory. But now he didn't wait it and let them mandate a fight between him and Ryan Garcia. You get what I'm saying? I have no problem with what Tank. I have no problem with what Tank he said because of sanctioning fees. That's cool. So if he already told you that he don't want the belt, why would you mandate? Why would you mandate the fight? You know what I mean? The same reason why Thurman is ranked number 1 to force fights, right? And people think, and then the thing is, people think Keith Thurman just got ranked number 1. Keith Thurman been ranked number 1 since January. He been ranked number 1 since January. This ain't this ain't just no new thing. He was ranked number 1 in January. He told y'all in January that the last fight gonna be for a eliminator, but he spoke too soon and they made it not the eliminator. But he been ranked number 1 since January. You know what I mean? Type deal. My thing is, I don't care. Tank and Ryan can have they fight. They could give y'all their fight. But what I'm saying is, why would they mandate their fight when neither one of them cares about the belts? Neither one of them is trying to fight for the title. This fight between Rivera and Frank Martin, that's the fight that they should. This is the fight that should have been mandated. This is the fight between the two people who is looking at boxing as more than just money. Who looking at it as more than just, oh, I could sell this ticket, I could sell that ticket. It's the difference between a real champion and a title holder, right? A champion and a title holder, right? I know y'all don't know, because most people don't know shit about boxing, right? So I know a lot of people don't know who Frank Martin and Rivera is. A lot of people don't even care to know who Frank Martin and Rivera is, because most people are just casual fans. Most people are just, with what's hot. Let's go with what's hot topic. Well, I give y'all a what's hot topic right now. What's good, Josh Sanders? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Josh. Glad you can make it. If y'all could, do your boy a favor, smash that like button for your boy. I got 22 people in the building. I got 28 likes. If y'all in the building and y'all haven't smashed that like button, y'all do your favor, y'all smash that like button. And also, if y'all in the building and y'all haven't subscribed to my brother G5 Gabe, y'all do your boy solid. Y'all smash that link down there and subscribe to my brother G5 Gabe. My brother G5 Gabe is 250 subs away from reaching his mark of 1K. I need everybody in the building. If you're listening, if you're within the sound of my voice right now, smash the like button. Also, click that link. Subscribe to my brother G5 Gabe, TWT. Help my brother reach his goal of 1K subs. You go be hearing me say that periodically throughout all my Southernteas today, tomorrow, and so forth until my brother reach, his goal of 1K. TWT is about growing the family. TWT is about togetherness, one band, one sound. And right now, my goal over here on Southerntea is to make sure that my brother G get to his goal of 1K. So if y'all in the building, y'all ain't subscribe to brother G5, click that link down there and subscribe to brother G5. What's good, Josh Sanders? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. But yeah, y'all could have the Tank versus Ryan fight. Y'all can watch that fight. Y'all get it. I really won't care if I never seen that fight in my life. Truthfully, I really don't care about it. Really don't care to see it. I'm starting not to care about Ryan and Tank as a whole. You know what I mean? Just don't like dudes who move like that. Feel like Tank starting to smell himself. You know what I mean? I feel like Tank starting to smell himself, and he ain't even won, a fucking belt at 135. Tank been a champion at 130. He ain't even won a real championship belt in his division. Ryan Garcia ain't never been a real champion, right? So where I tear Tank apart and say, you ain't never been a champion at 135, Ryan Garcia has never been a fucking champion. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let y'all have that. I'm going to let y'all have them too. You know what I mean? I'm going to let y'all have them too. Y'all can have that. I'm going to let y'all have that fight right there. All right, y'all can have those guys. But this fight right here with Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin, how about, in the perfect world, we could have had Tank versus Rivera and Ryan versus Martin. You know what I mean? Instead, right, we want to hold on to Tank versus Ryan, right? Who's probably never going to happen. That shit probably never going to happen. I guarantee you, we'll probably be it'll probably be the same time next year. We'll still be talking about that. Or you know what I mean? But I think the WBA dropped the ball on this one. I think the WBA dropped a big ball on this one, right? Because I understand why they do it, right? They chase boxing. I mean, they chase money, right? I get why they do it. They chase the best fights. Casuals love Ryan and Tank. I get it, right? Casuals love Ryan and Tank. But if you really look at it, if you really look at that fight Ryan and Tank, right? Now people, now people, not in America, right? Because we know what's up with Ryan, right? But they have done a great job of building Ryan Garcia up, right? They've done a great job, of building Ryan type deal. So, but most people, right, understand that Tank and Ryan Garcia ends one way and it ends quickly. You know what I mean? Most people understand that Ryan Garcia and Tank ends one way and it ends pretty quickly. It's going to end before it starts and it's going to end abruptly. You know what I mean? Shout out my guy Josh Sanders. He said, blame these sanctioning bodies who have these regular and interim belts when it's just a hustle to take money from fighters who risk their life. Shaking my damn head. He said, it ain't someone getting stopped, GGS. Y'all know who getting stopped. It's not someone getting stopped. We all know who getting stopped in Tank versus Ryan. And that's my thing. It's 24 people in the building. Can I get everybody in here to smash that like button? 24 people in the building, 29 likes. It's been more than 20. Now y'all to come through here. If you're in the building right now, you ain't smashed the like button. I know sometimes we come in too fast, right? We might forget, but if y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Also, click that link down there that I just dropped. Subscribe to the brother G5 Gabe. You know what I mean? Channel he on his road to 1K. If you haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe, click that link, subscribe to G5 Gabe. You know what I mean? Yeah, right, Josh Sanders, with all these fake interim belts and regular titles and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I blame the WBA. He said Garcia just has fans and his chin is suspect. That's what I'm saying, GGS. We know how that fight is going to end. At least I do. I know how Tank and Ryan Garcia go in. I know how it's going in. Ryan have his head high. Ryan swing, try to stay out the way. Tank worked the jab. Tank worked the body. Tank got hooks. Tank got every punch. Tank is going to be too much for Ryan Garcia. He going to put that man out. He going to put that man to bed. We all know how that fight go. That fight is literally just the name. It's literally just to hang Ryan head up on the mantle. It's literally just for Ryan to cash out his biggest fight. The biggest fight for Ryan Garcia right now is Tank Davis. So what they're doing is they just building that fight up, right? Until they think Ryan ain't got nothing left for him. They go ring Ryan Garcia out up until they can't no more. They go wait until they put Ryan in there with a guy they think he's supposed to beat, and then that guy almost beat him, and then Ryan Garcia go come out talking about, I want Tank next, because they know that he probably one fight away from getting his ass whooped. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Ryan and Tank are not going to fight until Ryan Garcia almost lose a fight. They give him the fight, and then he's going to fight Tank for a cash out fight, and they go cash out on Ryan Garcia. I seen that movie 1,000 times. I know how this shit go. That's not the fight that I'm interested in. What I wish the WBA would have done, was made this Michelle Rivera versus Frank Martin fight for the WBA mandatory. What I wish they would have done, right, is made Frank Martin or Michelle Rivera fight Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia. Because when you go get Ryan Garcia from 140 pounds, because his last fight was at 140, he said he wasn't having any more fights at 140, right? But now he's the 135-pound WBA mandatory, right? You got Michelle Rivera. Sitting in WBA ranked in the top 5. You got Frank Martin sitting in the WBA ranked in the top 5. You got both guys out. You got both guys being ranked in the top 10 at 135. Ryan Garcia isn't even ranked at 135 right now because his last fight was at 140. But Ryan Garcia is the guy that you choose to be your WBA mandatory for Tank. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just a sales ploy. It's a sales ploy to keep both those guys' names hot, keep both those guys' names building. You know what I mean? The Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya beef continues. You know what I mean? But this is a real fight that we got going down on December 17th. I think this should be the real. I think this should be the real fight. I think this should be, you know what I mean, the real title defense. You know what I mean? I expect this fight to be fireworks. I really don't have a winner. In this fight. I really wouldn't be able to tell you who wins right now, right? Because I like Michelle Rivera, right? I actually knew about Michelle Rivera before I knew about Frank Martin, and I like Frank Martin as well. This is a fight which you don't get often, right? Two young up-and-coming prospects, you know what I mean? Two highly talented prospects, right? Not in their mental prime, right? But physically, they're still in their prime. They got years to grow, can even improve in their physical prime. You know what I mean? Yeah, prayers up for Adios. Prayers up for Adios. 1-2 people said I told you about Michelle Rivera. Yeah, but Rivera a bad motherfucker, man. Rivera a bad motherfucker. Yeah, he a bad motherfucker. I already know. Rivera a bad motherfucker, man. Rivera is a bad motherfucker, dog. For real, for real. You know what I mean? Bad motherfucker. And now we got Rivera versus Frank Martin, man. This is gonna be a fight. You know what I mean? This is gonna be a fight. Let's go to these guys' box rate real quick so I can get y'all the gist of this. 22 people in the building. I got 30 likes. If y'all in the building, y'all haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button for your boy. Really appreciate everybody sliding through. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, whether you just cruising through, if y'all could let YouTube know that we live, let YouTube know that we doing a good job, let YouTube know that we over here cooking, let YouTube know, you know what I mean, that you dropped in. Really appreciate you. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's a link down there in the chat, y'all. If y'all see that link and y'all haven't, make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother G5 Gabe. The link is down there in the chat. Y'all subscribe to Brother G5 Gabe. Brother G5 Gabe is on his road to 1K. You know what I mean? It's my job over here. It's my goal over here at Southerntea and TWT. The whole goal of the TWT family, you know what I mean, is growth and development and help pushing forward. You know what I mean? Support your brother, support your sister right now. So I need everybody that ain't subscribed to G5 Gabe, click that link. Go subscribe to G5 Gabe. My brother's on his road to 1K. I need everybody, you know, I need everybody who haven't hit that link and subscribe to brother G5 Gabe. You know what I mean? Really appreciate everybody sliding through, winning this thing, having a boxing conversation. Or you know what I mean? I feel like I don't talk to y'all as much, you know what I mean, about boxing. So when I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna start having these, you know, morning conversations with the gang. You know what I mean? We gonna wake up, we gonna talk, you know, we gonna talk out boxing. I'm gonna be back, you know what I mean, as well. But for sure, I'm gonna always, you know, get y'all through the morning. I'm gonna always, you know, get y'all up out the bed, or you know what I mean, get y'all rolling, you know, throughout the day. I went away, you know, with my morning segments for a second, but now I'm back. You know what I mean? I'm back on my, you know, I'm back on my thing. Even if I don't, you know, holler at y'all throughout the day, we go do our morning thing. You know what I mean? We go do our morning thing. But greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. What's good, OTB? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. OTB, TWT in the building. What's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through. He said the more fun fight will be Cruz versus Martin. That will be a war. Yeah, I like that fight. GG said if only Cruz had a jab. Yeah, I think Martin will beat Cruz. I think Martin actually stopped Cruz, tell you the truth. I think Martin actually stopped Cruz, just to be real with you. I think that's a bad style matchup for Cruz, true enough. I think Rivera and Martin is a great fight. I think that's a better fight because you know you got two guys who can box. Right now, Rivera ain't, you know, overly just the heaviest puncher, right? But he could box. Frank Martin isn't the guy who goes and looks, you know what I mean, for the KO, right? But he's the guy that, you know, if you're there to be KO, he very well can and he will put you out. You know what I mean? With Frank Martin type deal. So I think this is gonna be a high-level boxing match between the two. I think this is gonna be a high-level boxing match between Frank Martin and Michelle Rivera. And I very well think that, you know, Michelle Rivera has a good chance, you know what I mean, of beating Frank Martin. I can't even call, you know, the winner of this fight an upset, right? Because I think they both about on the same level. I'm telling you, it's really hard for me to pick a winner of this fight. It's really hard for me to even pick a favorite in this fight, right? I'm guessing Vegas. Who would Vegas have the favorite in this fight? Maybe Rivera is the favorite in this fight. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I won't be surprised if these odds, if these two guys got even odds on that fight. I need more time to think on it, right? Because this is a great style matchup, like two high-level boxers, two guys who don't waste a lot of punches, two guys who don't waste a lot of movement, two guys who real calculated in what they do, two good jabbers. He said it's going to be about the foot feint. You talking about Martin? Are you talking about Rivera and Martin? Yeah, some shit like that, GGS. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a real tactical battle in this ring with these two. Like, if you come in and you're looking for, like, you know, a slugfest, you're looking for rock'em sock'em robots, right? You're looking for 1,000 punches to be thrown. You know what I mean? This probably ain't going to be the fight for you, right? But if you're looking for a chess match, right? You're looking for two skilled boxers. You're looking for an evenly contested match, like not looking to be entertained, right? If you want to be entertained, right? Go watch David Benavidez, right? This may not be the most entertaining fight, right? but I believe it's going to be a real technical boxing match between two guys who like to hit and not get hit. You know what I mean? I got 22 people in the building. I got 30 likes. If y'all in the building right now, y'all haven't smashed that like button, y'all smash that like button for your boy. Let YouTube know that we over here live. Let YouTube know that we over here cooking. You know what I mean? I have more than 30 people come through the building. If I can get everybody in the building, help, the likes match the views, will greatly appreciate it. You know what I mean? Whether you just dropping in, what's good, BC Brian Corbett? Whether you heading to work, you know what I mean? Or whether you still in bed and you got your boy T in your head. We'll greatly appreciate it. You can jab that thumbs up for your boy. You know what I mean? When this thing having us little boxing conversation this morning, before the college basketball get going. College basketball started at 10 a.m. this morning, you know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. But I said I'm gonna wake up. We gonna have this boxing. I'm gonna have this boxing talk with my peoples. You know what I mean? My guy GGS said it's going to be interesting. It's gonna be hella interesting. I believe it's gonna be hella interesting. You know what I mean? Between the two. This is a fight, December 17th, and we ain't gotta wait that long. You know what I mean? We got what? We got Bud Crawford December 10th. We got Bud fighting Avenue December 10th. And we got Frank Martin. And we got Frank Martin fighting Michelle Rivera, you know what I mean, December 17th. So we got a couple good fights, you know what I mean, shaking out in the month of December. Interesting fights, right? Even if you won't call them good, right? We got a couple interesting fights, you know what I mean, in the month of December type deal shaking out. And this is one of the ones, that I'm putting on the docket that I got high expectations about. My bad, y'all. That thing kicked me out. My bad, that thing kicked me out. What's the last thing y'all heard? Hold on, let me see. Let me see what's the last thing. What's the last thing y'all heard me say? Yeah, my brother, I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna get my brother OTB. My brother OTB, had said something about Chris Colbert and Frank Martin. Yeah, that's the fight. That's the fight that I thought we was gonna get right. Frank Martin is most definitely the biggest name right out of the three. Chris Colbert, Frank Martin, Michelle Rivera. Colbert will have the biggest name in that, right? But I think Rivera and Martin is a better fight. I think Martin eventually would have ended up stopping Chris Colbert. Both those guys, are quick punchers. They to the punch, but Colbert is a little more, he throw a little more wider punches than Frank Martin. Frank Martin is real, tight with his shit. So I would edge Frank Martin, over Colbert. I would edge Michelle Rivera over Colbert. You know what I mean? To be real, which was good, dude. Appreciate you sliding through. Shout out to my guy Edgar Chavez, my brother Just Do. Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in, when this thing having us a boxing conversation. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought we was gonna get that Chris Colbert and Frank Martin fight, but it ended up falling through. And the reason it ended up falling through is something that I want to talk about on his own, right? I want to talk about on his own, but the reason it ended up falling through is because Chris Colbert's camp said that he wasn't in shape, said that he was out of shape. It was good, Big Tex. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Shout out to my guy, Big Tex. Glad you can make it, pimp. TWT in the building. I love seeing them TWTs behind y'all name. That shit right there just make my soul glow. If y'all in the building right now, y'all ain't smashed that like button, y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button. 21 people in the building, 35 likes, whether you just sliding through. If you could, do your boy a solid, smash that like button. Also, I just dropped a link down there in the chat. If you haven't subscribed to G5 Gabe, y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that link down there. Y'all subscribe to G5 Gabe. My brother's on his road to 1K. If you ain't subscribed to G5 Gabe, I need everybody in here. Click that link, subscribe to G5 Gabe, TWT. Help my brother, reach his goal to 1K. That's what TWT is about. It's about uplifting and helping each other, helping one another grow. You know what I mean? It's about progression and paving the way for your brother and for your sister. So that's my focus. Every live stream you see me do, I'm going to put concentrated emphasis on getting brother G5 to 1K. I would like, for my other TWT members as well to do the same as well. Right now, TWT, we got a goal right now, and our goal, one by one, is to get all our members up past 1K. You know what I mean? TWT, it ain't just some letters. It ain't just, something to say. It ain't just something to look cool on the internet. You know what I mean? We're a real family. So, right now, the family goal for TWT is to help brother G5 get past 1K. You know what I mean? So you go hear a highly concentrated effort on my behalf throughout my streams. You know what I mean? Getting everybody, to click that link right there, subscribing to brother G5 Gabe, helping brother G5 Gabe, reach his goal of 1K. And he about 250 away. I need him to have 50 today. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. But yeah, I think Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera is a little better fight than Frank Martin versus Chris Colbert, tell you the truth. But the reason that fight fell through is because Chris Colbert and his team said that Chris Colbert wasn't ready, that he wasn't in shape for December 17th. Well, and I'm gonna talk about this a little later. Right? I probably ain't gonna talk about it a little. I'm gonna talk about it now. Fuck, we here. Let's talk about it, right? How are you not in shape, Chris Colbert? All the trash that you've been talking shit, you've been talking trash to everybody. You've been calling everybody out. You said something to fucking Gary Russell Jr. You said something to Frank Martin. You said something to and there was one other guy you had said something to. It was Gary Russell, Frank Martin, and somebody else. Oh yeah, also and Prince Albert Bell called you out. Albert Bell called you out as well. 31 prospect Albert Bell. You and him had words, you know what I mean, back and forth. So for your corner or for your team to tell us, oh, you're not in shape enough to fight Frank Martin, when you're the one who volunteered that call out for Frank Martin, you know what I mean? I find that funny. I kind of got a problem with that, because how do you voluntarily, right, call out Frank Martin? Frank Martin have a fight. You come out and say, I want to fight Frank Martin. You know what I mean? I want to fight Frank Martin. And then Frank Martin offer you a fight. Y'all in talks. Y'all been in talks for months. So that means you should have been in shape. You should have been getting ready then. Why are you even out here talking trash to people if you're not in boxing shape and ready for a fight? That's a part of clout chasing. That's called clout chasing. If I'm talking trash and talking shit to you about fighting, right? 4 months ago, you come to me 4 months later and say, I got a date next month, and then you tell me you not in shape. It sounds like you just clout chased my name. It sounds like you used Frank Martin's win over Martinez to try to keep your name in the mix. It sounds like you're out here just trying to keep your name in the mix because you're walking around out of shape, but you're calling people out. That means you're really not trying to fight nobody, because you had the opportunity to fight Frank Martin December 17th, and your ass chose to do other. What's good, Shout out my motherfucking in the building. What's good, Ricky? TWT in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. I love seeing them TWTs behind y'all, man. Let me drop the flame one time for my Drop the flame for Big Cleveland one time, TWT. Appreciate y'all sliding through this thing. We in this thing having a boxing conversation. Right now I'm in the mix of cooking Frank Martin ass. You know what I mean? Because my brother OTB brought him up. So I'm just telling OTB. OTB said, my brother OTB said he wanted to see that Frank Martin fight. I'm just telling brother OTB, while we didn't get a chance to see that Frank Martin versus Chris Colbert fight, right? It's because Chris Colbert out here offering out free smoke. Well, Chris Colbert out here walking around out of shape and overweight, and he can't take the fights. He can't take the fights, and he can't take the fights that he out here, you know what I mean? He can't take the fights that he out here asking for. And I'm just pointing out to the good people in the building how right, when you call out fighters, right? How when you call out fighters, right? You call out fighters for fights, and they oblige you. when you call that fight a fight, and they take you up, on your offer, you know what I mean? And they take you up on your offer, and then you tell them that you out of shape, right? That means that you never want to fight, and you probably just using that man's name, because he just came up that fight with Jackson Martinez, and you was just trying to use his name to keep your name, you know what I mean, in the light. Yeah, prayers for Yerbossynuly, man. Prayers for Yerbossynuly. Hope this situation work out. But yeah. So now we ain't gonna get the Chris Colbert fight type deal. Chris Colbert is another one of those guys who I'm kind of just throwing away. I'm just kind of just throwing him away. I'm throwing him away along with Tank Davis, throwing him along the way with Ryan Garcia, and I'm throwing him away, along with Bud. If Tank and Ryan Garcia fight each other next, you know what I mean, then I'll pick Tank Davis back up. But I don't want to hear nothing about Tank Davis fight nobody else outside of Ryan Garcia, because that's the only name that they selling us, right? So if you don't fight Ryan, I don't want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Type deal. So as far as they go, but Rivera and Frank Martin, I feel like the WBA got it wrong. Like I was saying earlier, I feel like the WBA got it wrong. I feel like this fight right here should be the mandatory for Devin Haney's title fight, because I feel like these two guys have actually shown that they want, to be a champion. These two guys are not saying that Ryan and Tank can't be a champion, right? But Ryan Garcia ain't never had a fucking title fight in his life. Tank Davis straight up told you he don't really care about the belts, right? So why would you go mandate them two and knowing that they probably ain't even gonna fight? That's kind of just a hold up. That's just a block for Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin. Now I get it. Casuals love Ryan. Casuals love Tank. I get it. Tank Davis sells. I get it. Ryan Garcia is, the promotion kid. I get it. Right. I get it right. That's the thing that sells, right? But we talking about doing what's right, not doing what sells. What you basically did is you just blocked Rivera and you just blocked Martin from getting a title shot outside of a voluntary, right? Because you got two guys who are about to fight each other and knock each other off, and you got two guys sitting at the top of the WBA, and Tank and Ryan Garcia, who probably not going to fight each other next, who probably going to fight somebody else next. So they just going to be sitting up there with a mandated fight. And these two guys, the winner of this fight, right? The winner of this fight would be the rightful, right? If we going by what should happen, right? If we going by who you beat in the ranking system, right? The winner of this fight should be next in line for Devin Haney's WBA, undisputed shot. But basically what you essentially did by making Ryan and Tank the mandatory is you stopped the winner of this fight. And I think you knew that. I think the powers that be knew this fight was coming. So they made Ryan Garcia and Tank the mandatory because they knew that the winner of this fight rightfully will have the rights, to that strap. I would much rather see, Rivera or Martin fight Devin Haney anyway, because I feel like they're more likely to get in the ring with him. Tank Davis told me he don't care about straps. We know Ryan ain't gonna fight Devin. So why the hell would you even consider? What's the point in making him the WBA man, though? You know what I mean? Unless Devin move up and y'all want to see that fight. He said Kobo was out here looking built like AB. Yeah, Chris Cobra was fat, man. I had seen the fat picture. He said, in my opinion, just fight top 10, quit fighting Uber drivers. Just fight the best. Rick, Chris Cobra was out here looking big as hell. I had seen somebody catch him out on Twitter. Right? And that man's stomach was on 10. And that was like 2 or 3 weeks, right, before that Gary Russell situation happened, right? So that was about 2 or 3 weeks before that Gary Russell situation. When the Gary Russell situation happened, he was smaller than he was on that Twitter picture when I seen, old boy take a picture with him. Y'all do your boy a favor. I got 20 people in the building. I got 37 likes. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. Y'all get your boy right. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if you're in the building, you ain't smashed that thumbs up yet, do your boy a solid, smash that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we're doing a good job. Let YouTube know that we over here. Also, if you ain't subscribed to the Brother G5 Gabe, make sure y'all subscribe to Brother G5 Gabe. I just dropped his link in the chat. We on the road to get Brother G5 Gabe to 1K. He about 250 away. Y'all get your boy straight. and make my day and hit that subscription button for my brother G5 Gate. You know what I mean? My goal right now for the TWT family is to get brother G5 Gabe past 1K. I would appreciate if everybody who call themselves TWT, right? I would appreciate it if we could all make a concentrated effort, you know what I mean, to get, you know, our family members to subscribe to our brother G5 Gabe. You know what I mean? That's what TWT is about. It's more than just about, you know what I mean, repping the flag. It's more than just about putting letters on there. It's about moving us, moving your brother, moving your sister, moving the family as a whole forward. You know what I mean? I want to see us come together, push brother. I want to help us come together, help push brother G5 Gabe past that 1K. And then I want to see us come together and help push that next person past 1K. Then I want us to come together, right, and help push that other person past the next person past 1K, right? I want to show people that this ain't just some numbers, man. We really getting shit done. So that's my goal right now. That's my main goal right now. You know what I mean? You know, for the TWT family, for myself, let's help get brother G5 Gabe, you know what I mean, past that 1K mark so we can continue the process and so on and so on. You know what I mean? So we can show them that this ain't just, you know, an internet. This ain't just an internet thing. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. But hell yeah, I think this is actually a better fight. I think this is actually a better fight. You know what I mean? I think this is a better fight than Tank and Ryan. I think this is a better fight than, you know, Michelle Rivera. Right? I think styles makes matchups, right? I really don't have a winner in this Rivera fight. He said it would be achieved because you spoke it into existence. Appreciate that, Josh. Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Appreciate that. Facts. Appreciate that, man. But yep, if y'all in this thing, y'all link subscribe to G5 Gabe. Click that link, subscribe to G5 Gabe. 18 people in the building. I got 38 likes. If y'all in here, just sliding in. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. I don't know if it's your first time, but if you could, that makes your last time. When this thing having us, you know, a boxing conversation. When this thing having us a boxing conversation. What's good, MP? What the fuck? Appreciate you sliding through this, John fam. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. Just to run down real quick, Yerbossynuly. Adios, Yerbossynuly. David Morales Jr., last opponent over this Saturday, right? He was taken to the hospital after the fight Saturday night, and they found blood on his brain. They, his brain was bleeding. They found out his brain was bleeding, and they decided to induce him into a medically. They decided to induce him into a coma. He's in a medically induced coma right now. You know what I mean? So we keeping our eyes on that situation to see, you know, what come from there. Hopefully everything works out, you know, for brother Adios, Yerbossynuly. My family goes out to him. And I mean, my prayers goes out to him and his family. You know what I mean? Get well soon, my brother. Never want to see a tragic event like that in this great sport that we love, boxing. It's a beauty and a beast. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. It's beautiful destruction. That's what boxing is, man. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through. And also, Plant versus David-Benavidez, you know, that's the rumor. We ain't had that Bivol conversation, which we getting ready to have. You know what I mean? At the 130 mark, we getting ready to have that Dimitri Bivol conversation. So don't go nowhere. We ain't going nowhere yet. We ain't going nowhere yet because we ain't got to the, you know, we ain't got to the fight of the year conversation yet. You know what I mean? We on the Rivera-Martin thing right now. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. Is I blame whoever sanctioned that fight. Now, it was an evenly matched fight, man. David Morales Jr. had 7 fights. Yerbossynuly had 16 fights, man. That was an evenly matched fight. I'm not even going. Now, there wasn't a cab driver. Yerbossynuly is a bad man, man. He's a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? David Morales just better. You know, he just better. He's just a level above Yerbossynuly. And, you know, ain't really nothing wrong with it, man. It's just a sad situation these years, man. It's a sad situation. You know what I mean? It's a sad situation. On paper, right, it looked like an even fight. Now we went out there and saw that Morel is much better, but from the looks of it, right? No, it looked pretty even, man. I can't say that, right? But I hope everything, man. I hope everything work. I hope it all work itself out. But it's not looking too good for him, y'all. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's not looking too good for him. So, you know, we go keep an eye out on that. But Caleb Plant and David-Benavidez is looking like that is a done deal, right? They haven't put out a date, but Caleb Plant said himself that they're trying for January, February. So that's a fight that we could be looking forward to in the first half of the year. You know how the PBC like, you know, to start the year off, you know, with a big card. So maybe that's the opening, you know, card for the year. You know what I mean? The opening big card, you know what I'm saying, for the year. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. Both fighters have put out on their social medias. Both fighters have put out on their social medias, you know what I mean, that more than likely they're going to fight. David Benavidez had said before his David Ustadagi fight, right, which kind of threw me off. But now I like, you know, divine intervention. I like how that happened, right? David Benavidez said before Ustadagi fight, right, that he was likely percent, that he was 90% likely to fight Caleb Plant. And then the Ustadagi announcement came out, right? I was kind of pissed off about that. But since then, Ustadagi had popped dirty for steroids. Yes, Ustadagi popped dirty for steroids again. He popped dirty for steroids to fight Benavidez in February, and he also popped dirty to fight Benavidez for steroids this month. You know what I mean? I personally feel like that's just Ustadagi's way of saying that he don't want to fight David Benavidez. I got 20 people in the building. I got 39 likes. If I can get everybody in the building that haven't smashed that thumbs up, smash that thumbs up for your boy. When this thing having a boxing conversation. So yeah, Plant David Benavidez is looking like it's going to happen early next year. Now we get and also Michelle Rivera versus Frank Martin is set in stone December 17th. It's going to be a Showtime main event. It's going to be a Showtime main event December 17th. You know what I mean? Rivera versus Martin December 17th. That's going to be a banger. I think the WBA got it wrong, making Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia the WBA mandatory fight. I think this fight right here rightfully should have been the WBA 135 mandatory fight. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia don't even fight at 135 as far as his last fight goes, right? And Tank Davis is the mandatory, right? But Ryan Garcia isn't the guy who should have been put in front of him, you know, as his mandatory fight. It should have been the winner of this fight, Rivera and Martin. I feel like by making Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia the mandatory, right, in the midst of Rivera-Martin, that's the way that you save and you stunt, right? I feel like you're either trying to save Tank Davis or you're trying to save Ryan from having to fight one of these guys. And I also feel like that's how you stall the career of Michelle Rivera or Frank Martin by putting a mandatory on, you know, two fighters who don't deserve, you know what I mean, a shot as much as these two. You know what I mean? And yep, I said what I said. Both these guys deserve a shot more than goddamn, you know what I mean, Ryan Garcia for sure. And I think they deserve just as much a shot as Tank Davis, you know, considering, especially the winner of this fight, right? But I digress. So the last thing we gonna talk about, I ain't talked about yet. My guy A Street Mike was good, A Street. And again, college basketball started up this morning too, y'all, by the way. Gonna make my college basketball picks a little while after I finish this. What's good, A Street Mike? A Street Mike said Benavidez is stronger, playing is better skill. Yep, I agree. 100% totally agree. But now let's get into the fun part, right? So let's have us a conversation, right? Let's take this into consideration, right? Canelo Alvarez won Fighter of the Year last year. The judge said he had a milli on Floyd versus anybody. That's exactly how I feel about Tank. Facts. So let's talk about this, right? Right? Canelo Alvarez won Fighter of the Year last year, right? Okay, this year also Canelo Alvarez won undisputed at the 168-pound division, right? So Canelo Alvarez got Fighter of the Year last year, and he got undisputed this year, right? Dimitri Bivol, y'all do your boy favor, y'all smash that like button. 39 likes, 21 people in the building. If y'all could jab that like button for your boy, get your boy up to 50 likes. If you're in the building and you ain't smashed the like button yet, smash that like button. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if it's your first time, don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. You know what I mean? So let's talk about it. So Canelo won Fighter of the Year last year. Canelo won undisputed this year, right? Now, Bivol was a huge underdog going into that fight with Canelo Alvarez last year, right? Now, in hindsight, I love saying this because it's so true. Everybody is a genius, you know what I mean, in hindsight, right? Everybody's a genius in hindsight. But going into that fight, nobody gave Dimitri Bivol a chance to win that fight. I personally know people, right, who tell you now that Bivol, you know, that Canelo too small, Canelo old, Canelo this, Canelo that. I know people personally who pick Canelo to beat Dimitri Bivol. Again, in hindsight, we all smart. In hindsight, we all look like geniuses. In hindsight, right? Now, me personally, right? I picked Bivol, you know, beforehand. I think Bivol beat Viterviev. I always thought that, right? I still think that. I was saying the same thing I'm saying now, that Bivol beat Canelo, he beat Viterviev, he beat all of them. I was saying this years ago. Now, y'all still gonna call me crazy for saying Viterviev, but that fight ain't happened just yet. But it's going to happen, right? And I'm gonna be able to explain better to y'all then, right? But before that fight with Canelo, nobody was picking Bivol, right? Nobody was picking Bivol. Right. Nobody was picking Bivol before that fight. Right. Let's just be real. None of us was. Right. I did. Right. But most people wasn't. Bivol was like plus 500 underdog. He was like plus 400 underdog. Like plus 550 underdog. You know what I mean? For the points. Right. So Bivol beat Canelo, who won Fighter of the Year last year, who won Undisputed this year, who was also trained by the Coach of the Year last year. Now, not my Fighter of the Year, not my Coach of the Year, right? But we talking about on paper. We talking about, you know, the ones that's going to stick, right? Now, I should stick here, right? But what's going to be, you know, on their paper, right? On their resumes is that guy got Coach of the Year and that fighter got Fighter of the Year, right? So Canelo got Fighter of the Year, his coach got Coach of the Year. Dimitri Bivol completely made Canelo look like regular weed. He made Canelo look like he did not belong in the ring. He made Canelo look like a glorified amateur in that fight. He literally, that fight was not close. That fight was over the moment that it started. That's the Fighter of the Year, and that's the Coach of the Year. Right? As Mike said, I couldn't wait to see that clown lose. Now he going to avoid Asian fighter joke. So he beat the Fighter of the Year and he beat the Trainer of the Year, right? So that's one. So that's one chick, right? So he didn't win Undisputed, right? But he did beat the Undisputed champion. I'm gonna say that again because I'm saying that for a reason, right? He did not win Undisputed, but he did beat the Undisputed champion, right? So then he goes back up to his division, right? The number one prospect in his division, right? The number one ranked fighter for his belt, right? The most feared man in that division. I still ain't seen my brother Shelton Moore come through here yet. You know what I mean? Since you know what I mean, Bivol kicked Zerto ass. You know what I mean? Like one of the everybody talking about, man, the power of Zerto. Zerto's power. Man, Zerto 40-0. Zerto go catch Floyd Mayweather. Zerto. Man, Zerto way bigger than Bivol. Did you see that press conference? Zerto way bigger than Bivol, man. Did you see Zerto standing next to Bivol? Did you see Zerto standing next to Bivol, man? He about to kill Bivol, right? You know what I mean? And Bivol, and what did Bivol do? What did Bivol do in that fight? Bivol went right out there and he proceeded to do the exact same thing to Zerto Ramirez that he did to Canelo Alvarez. And he made them look like they did not belong in the ring with them. GGS, fact, Zerto never fought anybody. I was telling people before that, but I'm strictly talking about, you know, what was being built up before the fight. Again, you know what I mean? In hindsight, right? In hindsight, you know, hey, you know, GGS, we all right in hindsight, right? Me and you, right? And you probably did say it beforehand because I said he would beforehand, right? But I ain't talking to me and you right now, right? I'm not talking to me and you. I'm talking to the masses, right? Who felt like there's Zerto power, just like a lot of people feel like there's Benavidez power, right? I'm telling you, Plant-Benavidez is gonna look a lot like this fight that you just saw. You know what I mean? But I digress. But I digress, right? So the legend of Zerto, right? He went in there and he made Zerto look like exactly what he is. Exactly what I told y'all he was. A prospect that never fought nobody on the level of Bivol. You notice how, y'all ever notice how, like, when these great power punchers, when they step into the ring with a great boxer, right? Y'all notice how the the great puncher normally makes the great boxer look regular. Teach was good. Teach, appreciate you sliding through. If y'all could smash that like button for your boy. He said, "Damn, is Adios okay? He's in a medically induced coma right now. He hasn't opened his eyes. He hasn't opened his eyes. He hasn't opened his eyes. You know what I mean? Yet, he got blood on his brain. His brain is bleeding. Right? Terrible news. Right? His brain is bleeding, so they put him in a medically induced coma. Just being real with y'all, man, it's not looking too hot, right? But we go keep him in our prayers, and we hope that he wake up, and we hope that he get back up and he's better than he was. You know what I mean? Before that he went down. But yeah, Teach, he in a medically induced coma right now. You know what I mean? I got you, Teach. I got you. He said, didn't out Bivol before Canelo, but his defense showed in that fight. I knew Zerto couldn't be just all power like Wilder, but less power. Shout out to my guy Wilder. Yeah, Zerto. Yeah, so we know people were giving him, a chance, and he went in there and he completely undressed him. Right, he exposed the legend of Zerto. Right, he exposed the legend of Zerto. So Zerto is ranked in the top 5 at 175. Canelo is ranked number 1 at 168. Right, so he got a top 5 win, and he beat the undisputed fighter of the year, right? And my question to y'all, do y'all think that Dimitri Bivol is fighter of the year? This is a real question, right? We got 16 people in the building, right, left, right? 16 people in here, so there's just 16 real niggas, I'm guessing, right? We didn't have, over 100 motherfuckers come through here. We got 15, no, we got 15. So somebody just left. So we got 15 real niggas in the building. So to the 15 real niggas in the building right now, I want everybody to participate. I don't know if it's women in here, right? So the 15 real niggas in the building, the 15 real women in the building, right? Is Bivol your fighter of the year right now? Would you consider Bivol your fighter of the year right now? That's my question to y'all. That's my question. So I got 2 answers. So I got one. Said, yeah, he deserved fighter of the year. Edgar Chavez said, yes, he deserved it. Trey Hill said 100%. Josh Sanders said, let him have it. It's all good. My guy Roger said, yes. My guy Jess Deuce said, yes. Bivol did his thing. Okay, wait, I expected this survey to go a little different. Yeah, I expected this survey to go a little different. I didn't expect to see all these yeses in here. I did not expect to see all of these fucking yeses in here. Damn, y'all didn't ruin my fucking show. I can't even argue with you niggas no more. I thought y'all could be like, nah, I can't even argue with y'all. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Josh Sanders said Bivol or Haney. Josh Sanders, that's exactly my stance. That's exactly my stance right there. Josh Sanders, that's my exact stance, bro. GGS said Bivol is pound for pound now. He been pound for pound since the Canelo win. Before he was in my pound for pound before that. You know what I mean? Roger said either Bivol, Haney, or Jamel. Yep, I like that. I kind of eliminated Jamel because of the 1 fight. And Bivol 2 fights. He got 2 good fights. You know what I mean? A3 said best candidate to me. Josh Sanders said or Jamel as well. Edgar Social tripping. Ricky said Haney ain't beat nobody. Teach, well, fighter of the year. Shakur. He said, I don't know about Haney. He fought the same dude twice. Yep, he did, but he got undisputed. For Haney this year, right? For Haney this year, he got undisputed and he defended his undisputed. That's his case for me. You know what I mean? The big 2 fights on the biggest stages, he made it look easy. 12-0 the guy twice. 1 undisputed, defended his undisputed championship. Canelo 1 undisputed, lost it, right? Bivol beat undisputed, be the top prospect. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's one of them. You know what I mean? I feel like it's one of them. He said, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I can't read this. I don't know about Haney. So damn. He said, I agree, but Bivol exposed 2 hype trains. I got Bivol as my fighter of the year. Bivol my fighter of the year. That's why I asked y'all. I want to see what y'all thought. I for sure got Bivol my fighter of the year. I got Bivol number 1, Haney number 2. So Haney undisputed champion, and he defended his undisputed stamp and certified, in my opinion. Devin had the easiest route to undisputed in history. I mean, yeah, Ricky, we can say that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're going with it, Ricky. Yeah, but most people, right? Canelo chose his route. right? Bud Crawford chose his route, right? Devin Haney had to get what was given to him. You know what I mean? Like the people that he chose to fight, right? The people that Devin Haney could have fought, the best people of his generation, didn't even have belts. He didn't even have belts, right? Tank don't got a belt. Ryan don't got a belt. You know what I mean? Everybody that we would want to see, Devin Haney fight, right? Never had a strap. So yeah, he did have a easy road, but he fought the champion. Like he beat the champions. Like the guys that we say he should have fought, right? That would have gave him, outright fighter of the year. You beat Tank for undisputed, you get fighter of the year. You beat maybe, Rivera or some shit like that. You know what I mean? You get it. But because he beat who he beat, right? It don't hold as much weight, but that guy was the champion. Like he couldn't have fought nobody else and got undisputed outside of that guy. He couldn't have fought nobody else. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Rick. I get what you're saying. But with Devin Haney, I look at it a little different because most other people, got to pick that shit. He didn't really get to pick his shit. You know what I mean? He's at Fast T's going to put Shields and Bumgarner in there. We could get Shields fighter of the year every year. Shields most definitely should get women's fighter of the year, right? But they be giving their bitch to Katie Taylor. I mean, they be giving their junk to Katie Taylor. You know what I mean? But I most definitely think Shields should get women's fighter of the year. I mean, but if you put Shields in there, then Shields gonna win every year, bro. That ain't fair to the men to put her in there. You know what I mean? They're just not fair. She gonna win an undisputed every year. She gonna win a fucking belt in a new division every year. She gonna beat the best lady in boxing every year, not named Clarissa Shields. You get what I'm saying? He said Loma definitely Shakur would be a difficult task. Now I can't get Shakur fighter of the year because that nigga missed weight. He missed weight. Maybe if he won his belt right, then he defend the belt right. He beat Harry. He beat he fought some good competition, right? He beat Harry, and then he beat what's OG name? What's OG name? Robson Conseca. He beat Harry and he beat Conseca, right? Those two good name opponents. But the fact, that he lost his belt, if I could have said right, he beat Harry for the belt, and then he defended. He beat Valdez for the belt. He beat Harry for the belt. Then he defended against Robson Conseca. I most definitely, would throw Shakur in. If Shakur didn't miss weight, bro, he would have had an argument though. Okay. He said no. I'm talking about Haney facing him. Okay, yeah, but maybe if Shakur is able to get that last title defense right, Shakur winning 2 straps in 1 year, and oh no, that was last year he beat Harry, didn't he? Oh, that was last year he beat Harry. Yeah, but if he get that title defense in there, hell yeah, maybe Shakur do win fighter of the year. He's a candidate for sure. He'll have a strong argument. You know what I mean? He have a strong arm. Yeah. Clarissa the cheat code. That ain't fair. Like it ain't fair if you put her in there. Like you put it in there, you might as well just not even make it. You might as well just not even make it a fucking competition if you go put her in there because she gonna win every goddamn year. You know what I mean? I don't think anyone has been more impressed than Bivol. That's kind of where I'm at with it, Brody. That's kind of where I'm at with it, bro. I think Bivol fighter of the year, man. All things considered, listening to everybody, you know what I mean? Pick Canelo, listening to everybody, pick Zerto, shit like that. All things considered, man, I got to put Bivol my fighter of the year. And now if Bivol go and he beat Beterbiev, right? If Bivol go and he beat Beterbiev, I'm gonna be looking like the smartest man in the world. I swear to God, I am. I swear to God. If Caleb Plant had to beat Canelo, I would look like the smartest man in the world, right? But I still got a chance with Bivol. If Bivol fight Beterbiev and he beat his ass, My bad, my bad. He said, but Terrier is too slow and old for Bivol. He would be for Terrier. He said, T, but if we pick a candidate, Bivol or Haney, for example, we have to pick one fight because a lot of other people only fought once this year. And Teach, I can't say right, Teach, I can't take away one of Bivol wins, right? Because somebody else chose not to fight another time this year. You know what I mean? He beat two highly ranked opponents this year. I can't take away his two ranked opponents, right? Because a guy only fought one. I'll be shortchanging Bivol. You know what I mean? That's why I give it to him, because it's two compared to one. You know what I mean? And it's two difficult fights, right? Now, well, two fights that were supposed to be difficult, in which he made look easy. So it's the way that he beat him as well, right? Two difficult fights that he made look easy. You know what I mean? He said Eastern Europeans are taking over. I don't know about that, right? I don't know about that, right? You look at 135, you look at 130, you look at 40, 47, you look at 154, you look at 160, right? You look at 126, you look at 122. You know what I mean? I won't say they're taking over. They got a couple belts here and there. They got a couple big fights, a couple. But when when you look at it as a whole, right? When you look at every division as a whole, it's not that close. Like if we talking about Eastern European, so if you're going American, right? If you're going just American title holders, it's way more American title holders than anybody else there is, right? And then if you go African American title holders, right? They have the most. And then if you go just straight up American title holders, it's not even close. You know what I mean? So I won't say that they taking over. You know what I mean? They starting to make a mark. They starting to get noticed. They starting to do something. I think it's more so that they starting to get noticed. You know what I mean? They starting to arrive. You know what I mean? I won't say they starting to take over at all, though. Not on the grand landscape of things. You know what I mean? But yeah, Bivol a bad motherfucker though. Just Bivol. I don't need to be getting into all that though. I don't get into all that. I'm talking about what Bivol did. Eastern Europe ain't do that. Bivol did that himself. I'm giving that man his credit that he deserves. You know what I mean? He did that shit. He's starting to take over. He the real. He's starting to take over. You know what I mean? That's a bad motherfucker. That's a bad motherfucker, man. That's a bad motherfucker, man. But yeah. He said Bivol is unbeatable right now. I tell you, if he beat Viterviev, like I think he is, because I'm picking him to beat Viterviev. If he beat Viterviev, most definitely, dog. If he beat Viterviev, he going undefeated for the rest of his life. If he fight Viterviev, he beat Viterviev. If he fight Viterviev, he beat Viterviev, that man going undefeated for the rest of his life. I got 19 people in the building. I got 42 likes. If y'all could do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate it. Y'all could smash that like button. He said, Southerntea, explain to me why Canelo is over Bivol in the pound for pound when he select Canelo had, because pound for pound is just a list of pound for pound is an opinionated list of who people think is the best fighter. So the reason that you could see Dimitri Bivol, the reason you can see Canelo over Bivol, even though he beat him, is simply because somebody out here like Canelo better than they like Bivol. You know what I mean? Pound for pound, I grade your pound for pound, right? You can make a pound for pound right now, Trill, and I give your pound for pound just the same, if not more merit than the, quote unquote, real pound for pound. You know what I mean? Because your pound for pound isn't going to be skewed. You don't work for ESPN. You don't have a stable of top ranked fighters under your stable which will appease you to put them in the pound for pound. You know, I think your pound for pound holds more weight than their pound for pound because you don't have a paid bias, right? Even if you do got a bias, you don't have a paid bias, right? So I'm more inclined to believe you than them putting all of their fighters on the list. You know what I mean? He said, "Do you think Shakur and Bivol have similarities?" I like how I mean, yeah, they do. Or they do. I think Bivol uses just a little bit more lateral movement, right? Bivol uses more lateral movement than Shakur, but when they're on the offensive end, when they're attacking, I do think they do have kind of similar styles. The way that they approach you, the way the foot movement, like the way they approach you, the foot placement is really similar. How they both like to throw, how they both throw those quick combinations. You know what I mean? Shakur throw more, hooks, throw a little more hooks than Bivol, but they both throw those, they're both real fast with their hands, throw those quick combinations. You know what I mean? They are really similar. They are really similar offensive in with their foot placement. He's saying the fact that he sells to the casuals is the only reason because Canelo has fought most of the champions also. Yeah. So Bivol has a deadly jab. He uses it for everything. I agree with the lateral movement T. Yeah, and notice I didn't say he has more lateral movement than Shakur. I said he uses more lateral movement than Shakur. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Y'all click that like button for your boy. We go kick it for a little while more longer. Said Beaver has it. Okay, I said that. Said Davos, very good defensive fighters. Hell yeah. He said, yeah, Beaver's defense is his bread and butter. Yeah, man, that's a bad one. I've been trying to tell people, man. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. The eyes can't hit what the eyes can't see. You know what I mean? Beaver's a bad motherfucker. Man. And I'm slowly noticing too, how that whole, that Bivol got no power shit, that's slowly going out the window. You got to start to put that out the window when he got power punchers putting their hands in their pockets. You know what I mean? Couldn't land a fucking punch, man. He couldn't land a punch at all. He said Bivol and Shakur pause their jab, but Bivol does shorter pause. Shakur keeps it in your face. Yeah, yep. As you might say, Canelo got kids everywhere in boxing. He got everybody pregnant with all the riding they do, talking about pound for pound. He got beat by Bivol, and Plant was winning through 10 rounds. Yeah, I do. I think right, if Plant was able to, get out of that fight, then he would have had an argument, right, for being robbed. But because he got stopped, he kind of threw away the scorecard, the whole scorecard decision. But I do think that fight was closer than the scorecards indicated. I do think that fight was closer than the scorecard indicated. You know what I mean? With Canelo. He's the only thing Zordo hit was Bivol gloves at the end of every round. Yeah, facts, just dude. Yep. That's all that man did. Yep, good job. Good job. That man made him put his hands in his pockets. He made that man stick his hands all the way in his pockets, yo. He made that man put his hands all the way in his pockets, yo. And then do the thing that's crazy is everybody telling me how he just got all this mad power, all this wicked power. You know what I mean? Just all this mad wicked power. You know what I mean? And Bivol made him stick his shit in his back pocket. Is that one of the best guards in the game? Yep. The Bivol guard, the Errol Spence guard. Some of the nastiest guards you go find, man. Some of the nastiest guards you go find. He said how easy he makes it look. That's fact. Like the way he beating the people, like the style of way he beating the people. Hell yeah, he is, and that's really why like I gotta give him fighter of the year. I mean, you could argue it's a couple guys. It's really not too many more people that you could argue. You know what I mean? The fact that they want to give Canelo fighter of the year everywhere, this man just beat the hell out of Canelo. So, you know what I mean? And he beat Zerto. You know what I mean? Bivol basically just beat, man, he beat Mexico's biggest star right now, and he beat Mexico's future star right now. And the crazy part is he did it back to back. Zerto was disappointing, but I expect to see an aggressive or lackluster Zerto. He has a bipolar boxing style. He isn't consistent. Yeah, I expect him to be more aggressive. I think most people did. Most people was counting on the work rate of Zerto. Zerto let a lot of people down. You know what I mean? Most people was counting on his work rate, him being busy, you know, him pressuring, you know, Bivol, making it difficult for him. He couldn't do shit. He couldn't do shit. He said, we got the lackluster Zerto. Yep, I think Bivol punched it right at him. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. I got 22 people in the building. I got 42 likes. I need everybody in the building to smash that like button. If y'all ain't smashed that like button, really appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy as well. You know what I mean? He said Bivol. He said, oh yeah. He said and put his head down. Bivol jab. He having them dudes stuck. A great jab makes fight easy. Yeah, facts. He's like facts. Yeah, once Bivol start touch, it's like that's the thing, right, Rick? Everybody want to tell you Bivol ain't got no power. Bivol ain't got no power. You know what I mean? Bivol don't throw a lot. Accuracy, and speed is power. Being accurate and speed is power. You know what I mean? If you could be first, right? If you could be first, land first. I'm not saying you got to be fast, just land first. It's slow guys who know how to land first, right? If you could be accurate, right, and you could be first, right, you will fuck up any fighter. You could throw a fighter whole fucking game plan off with a good jab, his timing and everything. Bivol is deadly because of his speed and his accuracy. You know what I mean? A lot of the same reason that Shakur is deadly because of that speed and that accuracy. A lot of the same reason that Floyd was deadly because of that speed and that accuracy. We fall in love with power. People think Tank Davis is dangerous because of his power, and that's not. The power is what jumps out to the eye, but that's not what really makes him dangerous. You could have power and get your ass whooped. It happens all the times in boxing. It happens every boxing event. Every boxing event, you're going to see a guy who comes in to be stronger than the fighter and lose a fight because he's not a better boxer. That happens all the time. You'd be surprised how often that happens, right? Tank is not dangerous because he has power. Tank is dangerous because Tank is quick with his power. Tank is dangerous because Tank has great fucking timing. You know what I mean? And on top of his power is what knocks you the fuck out. His speed and his accuracy is what catches you off guard. Now, a fighter could catch you off guard with speed and accuracy and not be able to knock you out. With Tank, it's just that he got the power with it. So when he add his power, speed, and accuracy, your ass going to bed. You get what I'm saying? But speed and accuracy is power. You may not necessarily be able to knock a guy out, but you could keep a guy intact. You could keep a guy in check with speed and power. I mean, with speed and accuracy, which really is power. Be real with you, which really is power. Speed and accuracy really is power. You know what I mean? Talk your ass off. If you combine speed and accuracy, shit, you probably go get power when you land. You know what I mean? Type deal. But that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly, you know what I mean, what I'm saying. Bivol's speed, his accuracy is his power. It's gonna be hard to beat that man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to beat that man. Now, I know, you know, the hype train for Bivol is gonna be big now, right? And now I hate that I'm gonna sound like a hype train, a hype guy. You know what I mean? Because I think Bivol good. But the thing is, I've been preaching this shit though. You know what I mean? I've been preaching this shit though. You know what I mean? Like, I've been told y'all everything that this man just did this year. I told y'all he was capable of that shit before he did it. You get what I mean? So this ain't no hype thing. This is me, right? It's basically me just kind of basking, you know what I mean, in my glory, in the Bivol glory. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm gonna run this thing. I'm gonna run this thing like this, man. I'm going online right now. I'm telling y'all, I got Bivol big material. I said it before, you know what I mean? But after seeing him fight, right? After seeing material last fight, right? I got him being material. I got him being material. And now I got more confidence. in him being Rivera. You know what I mean? He said plus Bivol gets a shitload of experience, got a shitload of experience. Yeah, facts to be in such, you know, a short number of fights. Say this go keep you honest. Yeah, facts, Ricky. Yeah, facts, Ricky. And that's what and that's basically what Bivol did. And that's basically what Bivol did to Canelo and Zerto. He put that speed and that power on him, and he kept him honest. He said, Tank is my pound for pound. He beat Pitbull with one hand. That's boxing. He knocked 27 KO. That's power. He got both. But Pitbull never been the champ, A Street. Now, if you're going strictly off if you're going strictly pound for pound off, you know, skill set, who you think win the fight, right? Maybe, you know, Tank could be pound for pound, but I think maybe if I was doing that, right, I would either put Boots or Earl Spence number one. You know what I mean? But Tank up there. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you're going just off skill set, then yeah, you got to have Tank in there. You know, we gonna have to have Tank in there just off the skill set. But where Tank lose me at is his resume. You know what I mean? His level of competition. That's where he lose me at. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Mike. I ain't even got the bed to roll up yet. I'm gonna be probably rolling up on the college basketball stream. College basketball this morning at 10. I'm gonna probably be rolling up on it on that one. What's good? He said David Rabbit Punch Morel has me very because I thought he could fight without being dirty. But after reverting his past fight, his Irish that he uses that punch many times. He ain't used that punch. That punch right there ain't what hurt Yerbossynuly. You know what I mean? Like I won't call it no rabbit, man. I got a question. How you feel about Tyson Fury? How you feel about Tyson Fury? Tell her, Hans. How you feel about Tyson Fury and his rabbit punching real quick? Let me ask you that real quick. How you feel about Tyson Fury? But I digress. He said Boost is a problem. Yeah, Boost is a problem for sure. Boost is a problem for sure. Tank a problem too. With Tank, dog, for me, bro, I know Tank the goods, bro, but let me tell y'all what I'm getting from Tank, y'all. Let me tell y'all what I get from Tank. And don't take this the wrong way, right? Bud Crawford. And don't take it the wrong way because I'm a Bud fan. Ask Ricky, he'll tell you. I'm a Bud fan. Love watching Bud fight. I'm gonna watch Bud fight David Avenesian, believe it or not. I'm passing out pay-per-views on that motherfucker at the end of this month. I'm gonna buy 2 people pay-per-views for it. But I get a Tank vibe. I get a Tank vibe from Bud. You know what I mean? Great fighters, skills, like some of the most skilled niggas you will ever see. Like some of the baddest niggas you will ever meet. Some niggas you would not want to fight on the street. You know what I'm saying? Got hands, you can look at them, tell they quick with it. You know what I mean? Throw their punches right. But it's like I have yet to see him fight a guy where I think that he might have lost, that he may lose. I have yet to really see him fight that guy where I think, okay, this guy might be able to beat Tank. This guy might be able to beat Bud. You know what I mean? Okay. I just trying to see where you was at. I was trying to see where you was at, Paint Ration. Shout out my nigga Paint Ration. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. Glad you can make it, Paint. Glad you can make it. Is it Tank's level of competition? Yeah, that's my only thing with Tank. It ain't nothing else. It ain't shit inside the ring. He could throw every punch. You know what I mean? Everything. He do everything good. It's just me seeing him against somebody else who do everything good with him. You know what I'm saying? And I think Tank got all the skill in the world. I just want to see him with somebody else in the ring. They got all the skill in the world. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button for your boy. I got 17 people in the building. I got 44 likes. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button. I feel like I ain't had a little boxing conversation with y'all in a minute. You know what I mean? So I want to come on. You know what I mean? This morning, chop it up with y'all type deal. We go, we go keep this thing on for a little second longer. I don't think my brody, you know what I mean, lie yet. So we could chop it out. But yeah, when it come to my bad. But yeah, when it come to when it come to Tank and Bud, I kind of put them in the same boat. You know what I mean? Said he should have fought Loma a while ago. You mean Tank? I mean, yeah, okay. I feel y'all. I feel that, right? I feel you, GGS, right? I feel you on that. But let's really think, right? Let's really think for a second. Shout out my brother Just Do. Let's really think for a second, right? Let's really think. Okay, so Loma is with Top Rank, right? And Tank Davis is with Floyd Mayweather in the PBC, right? So now, yes, they have made fights. They have made fights before, right? They've made fights together. They've made fights before. They've made fights before. They've made fights, you know what I mean, together, right? But what really are the chances that we could have got that Loma versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight, right? Like, what really are the chances, you know, that we could have got that, you know, like, what really are the chances that, like, really, like, it, like, let's look at it like this. Devin Haney fought on the zone, right? Devin Haney fought on the zone, right? And we couldn't get the Devin Haney fight. You know, we couldn't get the Devin Haney versus Lomachenko fight. And Devin Haney fought on the zone, right? Lomachenko ended up getting the franchise belt and moving up, like, right. So it was hard to get that fight. You know what I mean? I think the Loma and Tank, it's nice to think about, right? I really don't believe that fight was plausible. You know what I mean? He's always worried about Barrios because he moved up and he was bigger, but Tank walked dead down too. Yeah, facts. I was a little worried about Barrios. No, the size different. First fight at 140. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to time. How you get timed out? How the hell you get timed out? Who timed you out? I didn't time them mine out. That's some bullshit. My bad, bro. I ain't trying to do that, pimp. My bad, bro. I'm finna rent you up. GGS. My bad, bro. I ain't mean to do that. My bad, brother. I'm finna rent you up. My bad. I ain't mean to do that shit. I'm finna rent you up, pimp. My bad, GGS. My bad, pimp. My bad. I got 19 people in the building. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Y'all smash that like button. 19 people in the building, 46 likes. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. I had the beautiful Coma Serene come through this thing. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Man. Morning made. Let me rinse up my good brother. Yeah, he in the coma, Brody. Yeah, he in the coma. He in a medically induced coma. He had bleeding on his brain. So they decided that it would be best to induce him in a coma, and they're trying to see, you know, if the situation improves. But just to be real with y'all, like, you know, from what's being reported, from what I'm hearing and everything, it ain't too hot right now, right? It ain't looking too good right now. But you know, we gonna keep Yerbossynuly in our prayers. We gonna keep, you know, the best. No, we gonna keep the best outlook on that situation as possible. And we hope the good brother come too, and we hope the good brother is even better than he was before, you know, the injury coma situation. You know what I mean? But X-Make, can you do your boy a favor? X-Make, can you hit that like button for your boy and subscribe to the channel? I don't know if it's your first time, Brody, but if you could not make it your last time, can you do your boy a favor? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll greatly appreciate you. Also, if y'all in the building right now and y'all haven't, make sure y'all check out my brother G5 Gabe. Y'all subscribe to his channel as well. My TWT brother, he's 250 subscribers away from hitting 1K. You know what I mean? So if y'all could, do brother a favor. TWT is more than just, you know, about a name. Shout out my guy Omega. He said like and subscribe. You the real MVP, my guy. Appreciate you. And if y'all could also subscribe to my brother G5 Gay TWT. You know what I mean? He 250 subs away from his goal at 1K. You know what I mean? My goal right now at Southerntea is to help. Just like, you know, I would like for the whole TWT fam, right? The goal right now for the family is to help brother G5 get past that 1K mark. You know what I mean? So if y'all gonna hear me periodically say that, y'all gonna hear me periodically say it in all of my videos until we reach that goal. And then after we reach that goal, y'all gonna hear me doing the same thing for the next brother or for the next sister, who next in line. But if y'all in here, y'all ain't smashed the like button, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also click that link down there and subscribe to G5 Gabe's, YouTube channel as well. You know what I mean? But we cooking it up. We cooking it up over here. In this thing. Give your boy a second. Try to make sure that GGS got his rings, man. I done shot GGS by accident. My bad, buddy. My bad, buddy. I gave you a wrench, so I don't shoot you no more, pimp. I gave you a wrench. He said Yerbossynuly is in the medical-induced coma, but according to Suleiman Promotions, he's on a 2-week evaluation period, but he should be stable. And they brought up missing information spreading. Yeah. Yeah. He is in a medically induced coma, and if they put you in a medically induced coma, it's never good, never a good situation, right? So let's get that understood, right? You don't put nobody in a medically induced coma if they're okay. You don't induce them in a coma if the situation is good, right? To put somebody in a medically induced coma is an unstable situation. You know what I mean? He on the 2-week evaluation period. That means he gonna be in a coma for 2 weeks. You know how dangerous that is? You know what I mean? So prayers out to that man. You know what I mean? I hope that he come to. And he better than he was before. You know what I mean? He said, I remember what happened to Minnie Tyson, y'all. What happened to Minnie Tyson? 21 people in the building. I got 47 likes. I need everybody in the building that ain't smashed that like button. Smash that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate you over here having a boxing conversation. We over here having a boxing, conversation this morning. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. We in this thing shooting the shits. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna talk about a little more later on type deal. Just want to lead, with this. Mini Mike, yeah, what happened to him? What happened to Mini Mike Tyson? He said left in the wheelchair and have brain dead. What's Mini Mike Tyson's real name? I know it's a guy. I don't know if his nickname Mini Mike Tyson, but I know it's a guy in the wheelchair that fought about 2 years ago. I think his name started with a P or something like that. I mean, but he was brain damaged from a rabbit punching. Somebody punched him in the back of the head a few times, and now he got to walk in a wheelchair. I forgot his name. Yeah, the Spanish dude. Teach. Yep, the Spanish guy. Y'all do boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button. 22 people in the building, 47 likes. Y'all help your boy get his likes to 50. Greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. I feel like we ain't just had, it's a boxing conversation. So I'm gonna try to do better about, coming on in the morning and us having our is it his name, not Mini Mike? Ain't it? I don't think so. I hope that boy make it, yeah. Joe is his channel. Now what's Mini Mike Tyson's name? What's his real name? Pritchard, Colin Pritchard. I'm talking about Colin Pritchard. That's what I'm talking about. Who's Mini Mike? I'm talking about Colin Pritchard. Colin Pritchard got hit in the head with some rabbit punches. Colin Pritchard got hit in the head with some rabbit punches, right? And now he in the wheelchair and he can't walk. Is that the same guy you talking about, Colin Pritchard? Is that his name? I think it's Colin Pritchard. Something like that. Pritchard Colin. Richard Colin Pritchard, something like that. I'm not mistaken, but he brain dead now. He in the wheelchair. Rabbit punch. This happened about a year and a half ago. Preacher Colin, yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. Yep, that's the one that I'm talking about. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Preacher Colin. Yep. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to that guy. But it's somebody else. It's somebody else that that had a brain dead issue. It's somebody else that had a brain dead issue. Oh, Gerald McCollins. Gerald McCollins nickname was Mike Tyson. I know who Gerald McCollins is. Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I know about Gerald McCollins. Yeah, I know who Gerald. Yeah, I know what happened with Gerald McCollins. Now the dude I'm talking about was recent. Gerald McCollins was back in the day. The dude that I'm talking about now, this just happened recently. Where he got put in the wheelchair. The guy that I'm talking about, yeah. I know about the Gerald McCollins situation. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that was unfortunate. What happened to Gerald? Wasn't that Nigel Benn that did that to him, or was that Chris Eubank? Was that Nigel Benn or Chris Eubank that did that to Gerald McCollins? I think that was Nigel Benn. But y'all, I'm finna get up out of here. You know, I gotta prepare for the college basketball. You know what I mean? The games come on at 10. I got about an hour and a half. You know what I mean? I gotta get my waking bait, gotta do my roll-ups. You know what I mean? Great appreciate everybody coming through this thing, kicking it with me, having this boxing conversation bright and early. Or you know what I mean? Not really sure, you know, where y'all at, but it's bright and early where I'm at. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. Again, y'all check out. There's gonna be more Southern teas dropping later. You know what I mean? Y'all check out the previous teas. We're gonna have us another. I'm gonna come on a little later, right? And we're gonna have us. Yep. Colin Pritchard. Yep. I'm gonna come back a little later. Right. We're gonna have us another. Boxing conversation. It's a lot. You know what I mean? To talk about. This basically was me doing my weekend recap. I really did all the week. I really did all the news. You know what I mean? From the weekend, I did that shit today. Normally do it on a Sunday. Well, I got shit to do. I got shit to do today. Man. I got to get my truck right. Got to fix my truck. You know what I mean? Got to make my college bets. So I ain't finna be up here too much longer. But I appreciate everybody sliding through this thing, man. Skin hard away, Southerntea. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. It's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.